Listen, gird your loins, as I like to say.
That's the first one up.
There's an auntie-vention.
Oh, okay.
It's a deep one.
Oh.
It's a real one and a deep one. So, hello, aunties. I saw your latest video and it's given me the confidence to finally ask for some advice. Okay. Something the last person said confirmed my suspicions that my dad only had me to conceal his sexuality. I walked in on my dad and stepdad doing something they shouldn't have been doing when I was a kid. I have spent years lying to myself to convince myself that I imagined it. They do not know that I saw them. My mum was so strict, I didn't feel like I could tell her anything. And so I have become someone who avoids expressing myself and had bad anger issues as a kid. I have unfortunately been violent towards women, and my wife and my PSO have been amazing at helping me make amends. I believe my issues come from seeing what I saw. Last year, I found out that I have 3 siblings on my dad's side, and I have been speaking to them about what their lives were like. My youngest brother has severe mental health issues, and my older sister said that he says strange things, and once falsely accused our dad of kissing an old Oyinbo man, that's white for those who don't know, in front of him. Our dad is a proud northern Nigerian Muslim, so that was obviously a big taboo. But I don't think my brother is lying because of what I saw myself when I was 8. I found out that my little brother was beaten up really badly when he told his mother what he saw and was sent back to Nigeria after he said it. I saw your video about DL men, and the part about men having kids with women to hide their sexuality has been effing with me. I know my dad and stepdad are MSM, DL, men who have sex with men, and on the down low. And they have 7 kids between them. I do not trust either of them around my sons because I cannot trust what they will do when they are babysitting them. Now that may sound mad, but I was in primary school when I caught them in bed, and I have nightmares about it to this day. I'm also concerned because my stepdad, who is Jamaican, is actively teaching my kids phrases like chichi man and why for that. And my dad recently caned my eldest for saying he wants to be a nurse. I'm tired and I don't want my temper to flare up. Is it time to say something?
Bloody hell.
First of all,
what's all going on?
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot to carry.
And actually commending you to actually speaking out and wanting to seek conversation about this, because I know it's difficult.
This feels above my pay grade.
Honestly.
I'm literally like,
actually,
wow.
Disclaimer, we are not therapists. And so we're at this very point in something that's really as serious as this, we can only give our advice. We are not therapists, and I would think the easiest, quickest response is get some therapy to help you on all the wider issues that this has caused you. But on auntie advice and an auntie-vention, how do we help this person move forward with what he feels like he knows?
I don't know if I would say anything, if I'm being completely honest. But at the same time, I'm not saying that that's the right way to go about things at all, because I do think we're becoming a society that doesn't speak up enough for fear of like being in people's business too much, or worrying that it's going to come back on you somehow and, you know, everything's going to blow up. And so I think that people are banking on stuff like that. People are banking on your silence, and that's why people are moving mad. So half of me is all for blowing things up. Get everything out on the table. There is a world in which it might help. Do you know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, when I'm thinking about the context in which everything's happening in, this is an African Muslim man.
Yep.
They've obviously been on the DL for so long. There probably isn't a world in which they're ever going to come out and live their best gay lives.
Yeah.
So is it worth all the destruction that you're going to cause and potentially being ostracized from your family? I think what I would do is, I think he's doing the right, is it a guy?
Yeah.
I think he's doing the right thing in protecting, is it his sons and nephews that he said? I don't want to make the fact that the dad is gay or DL synonymous with abuse at all, because the two are completely, they don't go hand in hand at all. I don't know that I would say anything. I think I would deal with it for myself and for the trauma that I've endured just by having to hold all the secrets, because I feel like that weighs you down and that's a lot. But is it going to be worth, what has he got to lose and what has he got to gain by putting everything out in the open? I don't know.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot of repercussions.
That's exactly what I think. I think first and foremost, definitely you need to go to therapy, because the anger issues, and was it a PSO he has? So that means probation, yeah? So you've actually
I guess so, yeah.
been involved with the law for whatever your anger issues are and domestic violence. He needs therapy. I understand him keeping his kids close because I'm still lost at the dad and the stepdad.
That's mad.
That threw me. Like, I'm like, what the hell? Like, really? And so they're still in each other's lives, I guess. Yeah, I understand you just being like, I don't need my kids to see it, because that's them. They could come home and start asking, like, so how does this work? Because his mum's in there.
Mum's not going to leave, let's be frank.
This is it.
Seems
But
like
that's two gay men, essentially, that she's married to.
But also, 9 times out of 10, mum knows.
There's also
that's
that.
what I'm
For
thinking.
those of
If you as a child have seen something with your own eyes, what makes you think you're a child? You came along way later. What makes you think mum hasn't had her suspicions? She probably knows.
Or a similar pattern. Like,
Yeah.
you was with a guy who is seemingly attracted to men before, and now your second husband is now attracted to your first husband, and they've been doing, like, come on now, this is.
And I think this is giving very much Mr. Loverman if you watch the series.
That was a good show.
And that scenario where two men that at a time of a generation that couldn't be comfortable being gay, and they found solace in each other. And it seems like, and it is mad that the stepdad and the dad have found each other, whatever that means, and where they found comfort. Because I'm normally for talk the truth and talk the things, because secrets can be damaging. But I'm also at this point, I think it is not keep it to yourself. I think I want to understand, who do you want to tell, and what do you want? What do you want to cause? Do you want to? Because there's nothing wrong with having. Well, I say there's nothing wrong. Therapy to arm you with the tools to have these discussions.
Yeah.
Because if you've got anger issues and you're carrying all this weight and pain, maybe going in without having the tools to navigate how you're going to feel if your dad gives you whatever response. So I would, because my first thing maybe being sit down with your dad and have a conversation with your dad. But you need the tools to be able to do that. And you have every right, I think, as children of parents who've done things that have hurt us or let us down, we have the right to speak up on it. And I think as Black children, we suffer under the weight of silence out of respect and traditional values and cultural isms. So I think breaking some of those burdens and those traditional curses or whatever is important for us to move forward. And if you've got children and you've got sons, your anger could be being passed on to him without him realising, or without you realising that you're intentionally doing that. So I think you have every right to...
like his dad also has anger issues, like caning his grandchild for being like, I want to be a nurse.
Oh yeah, that's the stepdad.
That's giving
That was the
repression.
stepdad, as well. And we've got two very representative cultures, Jamaican and Nigerian, of all the stereotypes of being strong Black men type thing.
Yeah.
These two cultures really uphold that. So both of them are suffering under the weight of what they're going through.
Yeah.
I think you can talk to your dad. I don't think about blowing up your family.
Yeah, it just may not work, especially like his younger brother already being sent to Nigeria when he said something.
So I thought that was to the mum, and I think the mum, that part, because remember you guys said that, does the mum know? So then if the son has said something...
Well, that's another family, that's another mother.
And that mother, and that mother, not the main mum.
No.
Oh, the other mum.
Yes.
That stepmum knows something.
Sorry,
that other mother knows.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, or is like, no, my son's mad. Like, either way.
She knows. When the children are talking.
It's just messy. So if he needs to speak to his dad to say, as he said, I have never told anybody that I saw them together. If he needs to do that, do it with your dad. But you need to know that
you won't.
Yeah,
I don't know how it's going to go.
What are your intentions?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Are your intentions to offer your dad a safe space to let him know that, look, I know that you are gay and do you know what? Live your best life. I support you. I'm here for you. There's nothing you have to be ashamed of. Like, however many years you've got left of your life, live it in your truth. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're coming from that position, I think he can absolutely speak to his dad. I don't know if they have that kind of relationship. It's giving that it's fractured. But in terms of just like causing this massive destruction in the whole family with no sort of like backup plan or with no, I don't know, just like resolve for after is very dangerous.
It is very dangerous.
Yeah.
I do think it's actually finding solace, because actually I think you can understand as a grown person how difficult it has been for your dad. Like, and I don't want to take away what it's done to you, but it's about him. Because you were on the receiving end of seeing something that you weren't supposed to see, and it affected you, and you have to deal with that.
Yeah.
But think about your dad not living his best life. So if you did want to have that conversation, you have to be prepared to give some grace. I feel strongly about that without removing the pain it caused you, because I don't think him doing this was intentional to you. The part where because from the last conversation that we had where it was revealed that the man was saying that, you listen, we act promiscuous, have bare kids everywhere in order to hide our sexuality. That's a problem. And if your dad did that, because your dad could also be bi, might not necessarily be gay, could be bi. He could be bisexual, could love your mum and wanted kids, but has this other interest. You just don't know. So you have to, if you do speak to your dad, you have to find it in every part of your soul to find grace and approach it with care.
I think that's the part where he needs to go to therapy.
Yeah, you need to talk.
To really work on that level of resentment that is in him. Because it actually, thinking about it, it does feel like I'm pissed off at all of this shit and I want it out. That's with you and your therapist.
Yeah, you have to.
Because it ain't gonna go. We all think of scenarios like I'm gonna say this, they're gonna say that. It very rarely goes like that.
Yeah.
You just don't know how this is gonna blow up so many people's lives.
Exactly.
You don't know where it's gonna go. I would definitely talk to your therapist about it.
I think so.
And if your dad is not every man even has it in them. If you come along and tell him the truth, that he is going to be able to carry on and face that. Sometimes that you just got to leave people to their thing.
I think we need to understand that our parents are flawed as well.
Yes.
You know, I feel like that title of parent, it kind of just, I don't know, the label sometimes can be so huge. And I think sometimes we forget that they've got secrets, they've lived lives, they've done things, like they were once young, like, and it never stops. Like, everyone knows I love Housewives. That show has made me realise that age and maturity do not go hand in hand. Like, the mess don't stop, the chaos, none of that stops. And that is the same for our parents. And so, yeah, I feel sorry for the dad. That must be exhausting, having to pretend this hard.
Always hiding, doing things in the dark.
Oh Lord!
And if you two are in love, as in, like, if you watch Mr. Loverman series, even watch it. I don't know if you've watched it. Watch it and look at it. That's actually sometimes, if you feel like it's a step before therapy, watch Mr. Loverman. It's on BBC iPlayer, I believe now.
Yeah,
and then there's the book, if you're a reader, Bernardine Evaristo's book, the original story of Mr. Loverman. It's about these guys were in their 60s, 70s, year olds, and they've, had to hide their relationship, hide their love for each other because of society's perspective on gay black men.
For decades. And it's not even just always society as well, it's the individual.
And exactly, your own shame.
Has their own homophobic ideologies, and so they hate themselves.
Yeah.
It's really deep. That's where I'm like, you could say to your dad, I'm here for you, I'm ready to hear you. Your dad may not be ready to even face himself.
Exactly.
And that exposure of my son saw me, you don't know which left turns that can take. So
100%.
You've got to be really careful with these situations. There's a lot of shame in it.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, he's sending you so much love.
Yes.
Big hugs, and to everyone involved.
Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a heavy one.
Welcome to Your Aunties Could Never. I'm Auntie AK, the aunties of all the aunties in all the land. And I'm here with...
I am Nana, aka the Black Fairy, aka Dark and Lovely.
And
we've got our sister in the house.
Sisters in the house. Audrey! Just call her Audrey. Hi, baby girl.
Hey, hon.
How are you?
I'm really good. I'm really good.
Always a pleasure.
I love coming here, boy. Anytime I get invited, I'm like, yep, there. Yeah, as long as I'm in the country, I'm here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Auntie Farah's not here. She's actually not well, bless her little cotton socks.
Yeah.
Big hugs to Auntie Farah.
Oh, so she didn't even manage to go out.
I'm not sure. She might have been able to, like,
power through.
But yeah, big love. Auntie, she'll be back next week. Let's get into it.
Oh, well, we have a lot to get through.
We have a lot to
So, obviously, this is a big week for you anyway.
First of all, welcome. Do you know we do welcome to the family?
Oh, yeah, obviously.
And do you know who our welcome to the family is? The receipts. And you.
It's you guys.
Like,
honestly, this is so big. We had planned this time ago, guys. So this isn't just we saw the announcement. It was like, Audrey, come on.
No, literally.
But yes, so the big announcement is you guys are basically passing on the baton
of the receipt
to a new set of hosts, and you'll do a whole host search and everything else.
Yeah.
And you know what? We have to doff our cap to you because I think it's a phenomenal way to step aside from being the pod host but not neglecting the brand that you guys have put your blood, sweat and tears
The
into.
legacy.
Yeah.
And lots of people rely on your pod. So it's like, yeah, let's keep the door open for somebody else. That is creating a brand.
That is fucking amazing. That's what you, I mean, you're in the family already, but we have to welcome you.
Yeah, it's
but
like-
that alone, it's so inspirational and such a lesson to like, it don't have to be gone and done and dusted.
Exactly.
How do you keep it going? Like, in your own words, what was, what
It's exactly that, exactly what you said, Nana. Like, just knowing when it's not time to walk away, because we're absolutely not walking away. We're just elevating. It's just transforming. That's all it is. So Tolly and I, you know, we've been doing it for a long time. And it's crazy because we always throw around 10 years. And then the next thing you know, it's 2026 and 10 years is fast approaching.
Wow.
And we were just like thinking about how do we take this to the next level? Like, we both have loved doing it for years. We love each other. Like, I haven't seen any negative narratives, but you know, there's always going to be the odd people that think, oh, you know, there's no bad blood. It's actually, I think, a testament to our friendship that, you know, we can work together, have a business together, and think about how we can continue to work together whilst everyone goes on to do their endeavours. And like, even though, I mean, you guys know, it's so much dedication coming to the studio every week, finding things to talk about, you know, producing it and showing up and all the rest of it. And we just want a new experience. We just wanted like a fresh perspective on it. And this just felt like the best way to kind of turn the receipts into a production company, which it is. I mean, we only produce ourselves at the moment. But that is the goal.
Yeah.
You know?
And there could be loads more.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Amazing.
It's like, this is, you set a standard, because as soon as seeing that, I definitely was speaking to my sis here and I was like, you know, that's what we need to do as
100%.
Yeah.
Because you've set a precedent where all of us can now think like that.
100%.
As long as it's not beef at the end. You've got a business, you've grown it, you've got a brand name. It's like, we can turn this into so many different
So
things.
much and grow.
Yeah.
I think it's great for the UK legacy. I think when we were in Ghana, we were talking about it, and I was like, that was the thing. The first like, oh, really? But then the expansion, business-minded gals.
Man,
And need it. And I think we don't have this example, and it's amazing that you were pioneers with the receipts in the first place.
Exactly.
First to do it, or first of few to do it. We're in your footsteps. And now the next footstep we're going to follow, how to turn your damn brand into a damn business.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
And branch out.
100%,
Yeah, man.
Because there's like, you know, and Tolly says this all the time, Black women just seem to constantly be fading out in this space.
Exactly.
It's like they're hyper visible for a bit and then you just never hear of them again. And a lot of them do go on to do things in the background and stuff like that. But we just didn't want that for receipts, you know. And even though we both want to focus on our own individual endeavours and do whatever, I know Tolly wants to travel more and focus on her writing. And, you know, the podcast is such a big commitment in our lives that it does kind of hold you back in a way. So we just wanted to find a way that we could keep it going, keep the legacy alive, keep the IP going, keep the audience and the feed active, because it's a very valuable feed.
Listen.
And still be able to take a back seat, but still be involved at the same time, and, you know, keep our friendship intact and everyone's happy and this thing just doesn't have to end and dissipate. And I really hope it does create like...
No, it will do, because and like the men do it like without thinking. And there's certain networks that have just been built on the back of whatever. There's so, even as you said, Tolly doing travel receipts and travel receipts. Oh my God, all this stuff.
There you go.
Like,
Exactly.
This is it. It can keep on going, isn't it?
So much to do. Like, make it right.
Travel receipts is really good.
Exactly. And then
I got ideas, guys. I got ideas.
audience who, because, you know, we get stick and stuff like that, like anybody does. Like, there's always people chatting shit in the comments or whatever. Now is your opportunity. Come and take the seats.
Listen.
And you do it. And see.
If I wasn't an auntie, I'd be like, I can do a receipt.
I love it. Yes.
If you can, you know,
let's
now
do
the
it.
opportunity's there. So no, we're really excited about the search as well. Like, I think that is going to be so fun.
Will you do like auditions and?
Yeah, I think so. We want to make it a whole thing, and it's like,
man.
even when
Can we be judges, please?
of course, like, no, we've already thought about people like other podders and stuff like that who we want to get involved with like workshops and coming in and helping us judge and all of that. Like we really, really want to make it a thing. And I think even though the announcement came out, I don't know, you know, people don't watch things to the end. So I think people didn't get the fact that we're still here until October. Like the podcast turns 10 in October. So we really want to like go out on a high. This is all part of like a huge rollout.
I love and the amount of time. Because a lot of pods end and people, you know, you get like 1 week. It's kind of like, so we're not doing this anymore. And it's like, hang on, you was a part of my routine.
The emotional toll it takes on your audience.
Literally that, which is why we made the announcement early, but also so that obviously we can go through the application process, do all of that, do it properly. But yeah, between now and October, we're still very much here, episodes every week as per normal, and then things will.
And you have your tour as well.
Handover. Yeah, we've got our tour in May, and so you guys, there's a lot going on.
It's just busy.
I'm going to be nose cheeky. I want to come on the receipts before you.
Of course, man. Like, you guys should have been on. To be fair, we'll make it happen.
We've got to do like a whole.
We'll do a nice little crossover.
Crossover. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Auntie receipts.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
I love it.
Well, you are a big welcome to the family. You're family anyway, but this is absolutely cherry on top. Welcome to the family. Thank you, darling.
Thank you.
And let's get to the serious shit, because there's a lot of people out there doing nonsense.
Let's get to the mess.
Yeah.
Enemies of progress in abundance today. God damn.
What's happened?
A lot has happened. Let me just get this one off. Let me just get this one off my chest. Like, this is even an embarrassment. The men that are glazing Gunna, like, what the hell's going on out here? the Gunna runners.
The running after Gunna.
the Gunna runners, like, guys. And I wanted to say to you, okay, let me ask afterwards. So Gunna, the rapper, the artist, brought his Wanna Run club to London for a paid 5K run, right? Because he did his concert and he did a little extra stint. Fine, get men healthy. And what you got for the 5K run was like medals, merch, brand activations. So the event went viral, as it would, because Mandem running with the Gunna. But also what went viral was Mandem doing the most of the most. Literally glazing Gunna like he's the second coming. Like from just running along and being like, Gunna, come be your best friend. Basically, one guy was like, how many likes before I can get backstage?
Yeah, that was cringe.
That
was groupie.
Guys getting in his way.
This is because everyone in the comments was asking backstage and do what?
And do what?
What are you doing back? We know what backstage means. So what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Are you a hype man?
Hi.
Like, hi guys. Like a lot. And then you're running and getting in Gunna's way. Some of you got told off by Gunna. Don't shame the UK like that.
That was embarrassing.
Come on. Do better.
The running and filming
the
him.
camera in his face.
Like, are you done? Like, okay, but what I wanted to ask, because there's more, but let me get into this little section. Is it embarrassing or is it Black Boy Joy? Are we killing Black Boy Joy? Aren't Black boys allowed to be excited about their favourite star?
When was Gunna anybody's favourite star?
Yeah, but he has to be.
I mean, I know he's got fans, but they were big men. They weren't kids. Like, if it's a 15-year-old, I understand. Okay. Obviously, it's probably your first time seeing a star. I saw big men running and running in front of him and filming him. And I was literally like, just do the run, innit?
Yeah.
Like, do the run and get to the end. It's 5K. Like, no.
Relax. What did you think?
So imagine if you saw your man.
Never. However, do you know what? Before I saw a lot of the other videos where the guys were just doing the absolute most, and I felt like it was almost like it was just so awkward to watch. It was so painful to watch. It was like an invasion of his space. Like the lack of self-awareness, that made me cringe. But up until that point, I'd just seen like videos of it and content of it. And I just thought, oh, this is sick.
It's a great idea.
And I was really happy for men, because when they're not in our business, when they're not talking about our hair, when they're not being misogynistic, when they're not regurgitating red pill manosphere shit, they were just doing something for them. A lot of them do love Gunna. They love his music. I like Gunna as well. Like he's dope, whatever. And they were just minding their own business. I was very happy for them. I had no issue with it, you know, and on top of it, he's promoting health and, you know, money was going to charity and they were doing their own thing. They're always commenting on our things and our events and our spaces that we have. And I was just happy for them to have their own thing. So I was happy for them. But then the videos where the guys are just like in his face and like that was, for me, I just felt uncomfortable for Gunna. I just felt like that is just such an invasion of like someone's personal space. But I was happy for them.
Some people were commenting saying, others joke like, we tried to tell you when they pack out the DJ booths at raves. I think that was Mandem on the Wall. Like, they're just in the DJ booth. And other people, someone else said, grown men pay £50 to jog behind a celebrity and won't show up to their kids' sports day for free.
Ooh. See, that point is valid, but the point I saw people making that similar points, and they were like, "Oh, you know, you'll do this, but you won't support your friends." But we always find a way to include our friends' business. What the hell has that got to do with anything?
That mystical.
Such a it's always the begrudged friends that will find a way to link that issue. That has got nothing to do with anything. Your business does not.
No, to be fair,
Gunna.
there are some businesses out there where your bridging won't.
But like,
but it's any circumstance. Beyonce concert, but you can go to Beyonce, but you can't buy my T-shirt. It's like,
God forbid you're living your life. Like, we're linking back to not supporting your friend's business.
I literally saw that comment and laughed.
It's such a someone else day one. That's valid.
Yeah, but someone else actually said, yeah, because you lot paid for the 50k run, but will you support other healthy events and stuff like that? Like, will you get behind? I don't want to name names, but stuff like that.
But you don't have to.
But you don't have to.
Exactly. I mean,
and it's Gunna. Like, it's your favorite. You get a chance to run with your favorite celebrity. It is what it is.
I do really like the idea.
It's
of
a great
even
idea.
a celebrity just being at the forefront of like, let's do something healthy.
Yes.
He could have done a signed album, and just been scribbling, and people would have gone with an album. At least he did something that's like, let's get out there and run. I like that.
But it goes to show, men, when you try and talk about girls and groupies and us being giddy for nothing, you lot do it too, and you lot do it too.
No one loves rich men more than men.
100.
They love rich men more than women.
Hey.
All of that gold digger stuff is all projection. It's all projection. They love a rich man.
They do.
And you know how?
Because you see it in a club as well.
Exactly.
You know they stand there watching like the ballers. Like,
exactly. And the guy with the nice car, they're fighting for the front seat. Like they do their own little, they have their way. They have their
Never
thing.
seen the front.
They sit there saying fours.
They'll do anything to be in a good section. Like, and then they get onto it. It's all projection.
And you know what's also how much they love Gunna? But this is actually serious and nasty. So did you not see?
I heard, but I didn't want to believe it was actually true.
Did you see the video?
I saw parts.
So there was a man.
They don't deserve nice things. Sorry, I'll take all of it back.
At the concert, the Gunna concert. So a girl shared on socials, I'm there minding my own business, enjoying Gunna. And a man busts a nut on her thigh. And the guy's behind her, she does expose him. The guy's behind her dancing and she's none the wiser. But apparently, and I don't know if he actually had his things absolutely out and was giving himself the pleasure, or I don't know how he did it. But then she films her thigh covered in man juice. I was so horrified and disgusted. And after that, it's like, that is abuse, a violation. That is disgusting. And I think there's then end footage where he's been walked out. So I don't know how it was communicated to security, like, get this guy out. He needs to get in serious trouble.
No, I feel like he needs to do time. That is sexual abuse.
That's some sort of assault. I don't care what you call it. Because what are you doing? We're in a public place. I don't know you from a can of paint. I most definitely haven't consented to you doing that. And then on top of it, I don't know where you've been,
or what.
Putting your
That's the
bodily
violation.
on me. You're a stranger. That is sick.
It's definitely assault. It's definitely assault. And this is what I was thinking. I was like, well, this guy, he's a sick individual.
Yeah.
I don't believe this is a one-off.
No. Hell
you
no.
do shit like that.
Yeah.
100%.
And again, a lot of times, something like that may happen. You may make a bit of a noise, but it may be something that you kind of maneuver away from. This is so disgusting. It wasn't too long ago. Somebody did it in like a Walmart or something, walking behind somebody, and it's a thing. It is a sexual deviancy.
It's a fetish and a kink or something like that.
So he did it in a concert. You need to do a little bit of time, and he needs to be looked into. Like, look at his computer, because that to me is, no, he's dangerous. It's like, okay, you start these types of things in public,
where
thousands of people. Where do you go next when nobody is around? You're not all there.
And I think this, like, when we joke about and maybe don't get into when girls are in a club or anything and guys come up behind them and all you just feel is their presence in your back.
Yeah.
And when I say presence, you know what I mean, when they're grinding up against you.
Yep.
And I know we have some culture where it's dance culture or whatever, that you can be free and dance with people, but I don't think men can ever understand, because you will never experience this from a woman coming up behind you and forcibly dancing with you or expecting you to dance with them from behind. That thing where a man pushes into you, it is there's times when you've just felt like, get off.
No,
And it
literally.
gets remixed into, if the guy was nice, then you'd have it. And if just because you do, all of that stuff, there's some of that plays into that. Maybe if you're handsome, I might have it. But at the same time, it doesn't always mean we're handsome or not. That having someone's dick press into your back.
No, it's a violation.
It's a violation.
It's a violation unless I've asked for it.
Thank you.
And that's like as she said, she did not know this man from any. She didn't even know he was there.
And
to be like, I know your face. I don't know anything about you. No, absolutely not. Like the fact that he wasn't beaten up on site actually is a bit annoying for me.
Yeah,
at least he was taken into custody. But I just need people to be outraged. I felt like people were a little bit disgusted.
I think it was
but
shock.
at the same time, I'm like,
I think it was
he
shock.
needed to be bust up.
Because I think to be in that moment, if it was to one of my friends, I would have, in my crew, and I knew that happened to my girl, and I knew the guy, then it's a fight. It's a fight. It's a problem.
Yeah,
You're getting taken out.
stumped.
But I think for the wider people, to even fathom it, like, I'm in a club, even for man, them to be like,
because by the time it's registered, you're just thinking you're in a concert, people have drinks, there's all sorts going on. So by the time it's actually registered, like, you're not even going to put two and two together straight away to even have a visceral reaction.
You may actually think it was spit at first.
Exactly.
Anything, or drink.
Like, to drink, It would take I hear you. It would take a minute to be like, did he just... Because then you're standing there, you have to have your dick out and stuff.
Like how
insane are you?
At some point he had his dick out, because what the hell? And sometimes, I don't know if it's ever happened to you on the train, when you think that like I've had that before where I'm so sure, like, when the train's really busy.
Yeah.
You're so like, you're like, no, ain't no way. This train's just really busy. The train keeps on jerking. It's just that. And then you're like, nah, this feels a bit more sinister.
Yeah.
That's happened to me a couple of times and I reported it. And the guy that did it, like, he was notorious for doing it.
Oh.
He was like notorious, like, gets on packed trains and tries to like grope women.
And
they get a kick out of it. But to go the full way where you actually put your fluids on a stranger, you are deranged.
He's not all there. It's actually really common when not going to school in Victoria Line, standard. None of us ever reported it though, but I think almost all of my friends, we don't know if it was the same man, but would come in and be like, oh, some guy tried to rub his dick on me on the train. It was so normal in my secondary school to have these conversations. But I don't know, even if the school reported it, like this was a thing on Victoria Line. So after a while, like the end seat, that kind of window, like you would be like, you don't go near there, because generally, if you're by the door, there would be a man there. It's like that's where they found their space. So you could go to the end by the door, and they're by that window area, so they can maneuver around.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah, that was the
one guy that
by the pole. So there's like, so many bodies there, you won't notice, and then the person sitting down, you're not really looking. But that's where they would maneuver and try and touch.
I've only had one moment where I felt like, did you? And it's that thing after, it's like, did you actually? Unless they're explicit, you're like, did you actually try and then
because sometimes it can be a quick rub.
Yeah,
this one would do a rub and a grope, so it's like everybody kind of knew this. But that area, even still now, I'm really hesitant when I get on a train. It's really packed. Just from school days, I'll be like, I'll wait, And
that's what people don't understand, the lingering effects of sexual abuse in all its ranges. There's the extreme, but there's these micro ones that we tend to brush off as women on a general, like it's daily life.
Yeah.
And those are the ones sometimes that can linger, because to be honest, watching that video, which I wasn't expecting to see what I saw, that's triggering.
Oh, most definitely. I was enraged.
Yeah.
Like, when you're so vexed, I had to put my phone down. I was so pissed off for her that you've just gone to a concert. You can't even just go and watch an artist now.
That's what I'm saying.
Without somebody doing some shit on you.
Yeah.
Like, no. I really hope he does time.
He has to. You have to do time. You're disgusting.
He needs to be an example.
And if you you're disgusting. If you need help, seek help.
On a register or something. Like,
Yeah,
something.
something.
it needs
Get
to
out.
be
Things.
like
And be watched.
documented
Yeah.
that you're sick, you're a
All of the
sicko.
things.
Haven't seen the comments. Anyone defending? Fuck you too.
Ugh, yeah.
You know what? I
mean, the
think
comments are
I
crazy.
absolutely hope not. But all right. So this is a long one. We'll do it in parts.
Okay.
Welcome to the family to Ghana. Actually, you know, big
Oh
up,
yes, our
big up
people.
to Ghana. Big up to Ghana
Big up
because
to our
like
people.
they've done something good. It weren't too long ago they were enemies of progress, but Ghana and the president actually has drawn up a real article for the UN to have the transatlantic slave trade acknowledged by the world to be the most inhumane act to happen against humanity. And there's a lot to it. So what is it? 123 countries agreed. They said yes. We have 3 arsehole bumbleclot people
Motherfuckers.
that said no, we
shock
disagree
horror
with
to
it.
3.
And it happened to be America, Israel, and Argentina.
Like, where Argentina? Where do you come from?
That's
to
what I'm
come
so
and-
confused
Argentina-
about
Argentina
them.
have a history of racism. They
I
are
understand,
very,
but you're so
very
fast.
racist.
Like, why are you trying to side it? Anyway,
And then we have 52.
that's right.
52 countries who decided, I'm not neither saying yes or no. That to me is a no.
100%.
100%.
Without your full chest
Claim it.
saying no. But yes, and we have Britain in that bracket as well. And I'm disgusted
And
by that.
every single country in the EU are part of that 52.
Yeah, every single one of them. I will note that Russia and Iran and China said yes, it is the most egregious,
Okay.
the most inhumane thing to happen, the worst atrocity to happen in humanity was the transatlantic slave trade.
And just to make sure, because people always treat Canada like the safe haven for blacks, they abstain too,
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah. Everybody involved in some fraction or, you know, they either abstained or like America was like, no. So everybody can get it, really.
In the
But I'm glad that there was still the overwhelming majority that agreed that, no, we can't. What I want to ask America and Israel is, okay, so if not transatlantic slave trade, what is then? What is the worst thing that has happened against humanity?
So they came out and said it was like they don't want a hierarchy pain.
America don't want
America said they don't
my
want to introduce like a hierarchy. How can you hierarchy this trauma? Like it's impossible to do that. And then they said why, and they also said that something that was legal back then cannot be challenged today. So that's why they said no.
It wasn't being put forward that it was illegal.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
that
The
what took
acknowledgement.
place
It's
for
what-
humans.
It was legal
was
for
the
y'all.
worst.
It wasn't legal for the blacks that experienced it.
Oh my.
Okay.
But if it was something of the past, then they should give back everything that they've benefited
Okay.
from these atrocities. They should give it back then. So why is it okay for you to benefit from it, something that happened in the past that had nothing to do with you, but you can't even acknowledge it? I find that insane.
And they
Disgusting.
also said, how are we going to, the lazy excuse they always do, how are we going to determine who gets what and how? And Muhammad wasn't talking about giving you £3, each black person £3 or $3 from it. They were talking about institutional, structural reparations,
Yes.
returning artifacts, creating systems where people benefit in a real intellectual, sensible way, trade dealings, fair trading.
Like really
respecting the
readdressing
countries.
the balance of it.
Yes.
The acknowledgement that everybody across the board can say, you know what was done to the African peoples, absolutely the worst thing. And all of us now have to put in place some type of reparations for them. No, he didn't come along and be like, look, so if you all agree, every African now can get 10K from you all. Like, it wasn't like that.
wasn't
It's
that.
actually
Yeah.
like, let's get to a level playing field of this is an atrocity.
Yeah.
We're there now. And now everybody can build their cases. Kemi Badenoch is in the absolute
Enemy of progress.
Nobody can't tell me this chick ain't a coon. I
she
do
say?
not
She's a big
care.
coon.
What did she say?
She is a big fool. So she is like, you know what, Britain, you've done wrong. You needed to go against it. You needed to vote no. Abstaining is weak. Basically saying abstaining is lily.
Oh, no, she
a
didn't.
black woman
Wait,
said
she
this.
said that they needed to just straight up say no.
She
Because
said,
I've seen
she
white
said
people
abstain.
say that.
She said you shouldn't. How can Britain abstain? It should have been a clear no. Keir Starmer's representative should have voted no, because Britain, how can you abstain from it when Britain basically was a part of the end of slavery?
Hello.
That was her reasoning, that we were a part of the end of slavery, so we shouldn't have anything to do with reparations. A black Nigerian woman said that.
Kemi, all the fucks to you.
Yeah,
because
I don't know. I don't
in
think she's
2015,
okay.
wasn't it when only then that the UK finished paying reparations to the slave owners?
Yes,
and they've
exactly.
never acknowledged the black citizens that were victims of enslavement. You yourself, take off your titles. You don't even have to take off your titles. Go anywhere in the world and people don't know your name, at least don't know your status, what will happen to you. Let's see when you next get mistaken for a toilet cleaner, a toilet attendant.
She's
fuck about.
She is just sick, isn't she? Like,
She's
I
mad.
truly don't know if it's like a big act. Like, I just don't understand how someone can be this delusional. Like, I get that there's I guess she feels protected. I guess she feels it's better to be join. If you can't beat them, join them type of vibe. But I need her to get her nigga wake up call and get it quickly. Like
expeditiously.
But the thing is, she's probably had several. She just ignores them.
She's ignoring them.
Yeah,
she
she
can't
would just
get off
find
the
some
train.
way to
Maybe maybe the spoon hasn't.
I'm
clinched.
at a loss, and her whole thing was Britain can't afford it. Like,
That's your business.
Nobody has asked for money.
No one.
An acknowledgement that what people participated in was inhumane, I think, is the very least that you can do for your soul. I swear this chick says that she's a Christian as well. Like, I'm just like, this abstaining and shucking and jiving, do you think that's going to work when you're going to heaven or hell?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Come on now.
Sometimes you have to put it like that for these people, because it's
Really?
just Christianity and that sort of like that cloak they hide behind. Like, I just find it so disingenuous.
It is 100% disingenuous. And because we were going to talk about news and nonsense on Sunday, we're going to deep dive in all the videos. I saw two white men literally frothing at the mouth, saying, "How can you?" I didn't know Kemi said that.
Yeah.
How can we? We can't afford it. Well, that's your business. Africa, the Caribbean, Black Americans, we can't afford it. Brazilians, we cannot afford what you lot have done to us. You have damaged us for generations and generations, and our kids are still suffering. So we can't afford it.
Damage.
What you're doing, raping our countries for our resources, we can't afford it. So what are you talking about?
But you
that
can
you
afford
should
to go
benefit. This
to war, though.
smaller island should benefit more than any black person. You lot are more important.
The thing is, I just feel like if they acknowledge it, then they have to acknowledge the fact that everything that they peddle is bullshit.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Once they acknowledge that the transatlantic slave trade was one of the worst atrocities to ever happen throughout all of humanity, that means they ultimately are admitting to everything that we complain about now.
Yeah.
And they can't bring themselves to do that. So they'd rather just play dumb, ignore it, pretend it's not a thing, and just expect us to move on. And that's just what frustrates me, because the ramifications of it are very much still real to this day.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And so it's like, the transatlantic slave trade was one of the only atrocities that was based off of race.
Yes.
These things literally still affect us to this day.
100%.
So they're never gonna, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. Like, it's just never gonna happen.
Is it not that the article was there now?
It's got to be ratified or certified. There's more to make this more binding.
It's a good start, though.
It's a good start. It's a start to use it as more pushing forward. And how long it will take, it's not legally binding and stuff like that. So there's more to be done.
But maybe everybody
having this
can
acknowledgement
build
on it. And even first and foremost, my heart was talking about education and return the artifacts that you lot have. Give them back.
I think everything he said was fair and well considered. And then, so Kemi in the bin, America, Israel, Argentina in the bin. Some Black Americans, we are back here again.
Oh, Lord.
How did they somehow be like, Ghana just want to take our reparations from us?
But the thing is, if you're FBA and you believe that you're indigenous to America, then surely this conversation is not for you, because then you're not.
You weren't a part of it.
You weren't brought over. You believe that you were from America, right? That
Yes.
That your lineage traces back to the Americas. So this is not a conversation for you. So what reparations?
I'm feeling like maybe it's the Ados people because they are the descendants
Of slaves.
of slaves. Maybe.
Yes,
I
they're kind of
was at a
different,
loss
aren't they?
with them. I was infuriated.
Because of, was it real Miss what's her name?
I'll insert it here. I cannot remember what her name is,
Do you-
but
Alright.
her video clip where she is basically agreeing to a comment that is like, Ghana is just jumping on board of our reparations fight and they just want to take the money from us. And I'm like, please read a book.
Yeah, please
Do you
read.
not know what happened in West Africa? Like, do you not know what happened to the majority of countries in Africa that as they're losing resources, their people are being stolen, they also were colonized as well. Like,
And enslaved on the land.
like, you know, when you're just like, honestly,
It's crazy. And
I don't understand.
when I saw the video, I went into my essay mode. I do essays, and I was correcting everybody's comments. And I get in this frenzy. I'm just like, people are like, yeah, you're right, you know, you're right. And I'm like, have you watched it first and foremost? Because the first thing that Tabitha said was that I bet he, and I assume he, and they won, and Ghana has not. And I'm like, how you're talking is that means you didn't watch it before you did your video.
No.
Because if you, like, YouTube is so great for these things. You can get summarized and you go to transcript and you get the transcript and you can read it. If you can't understand African accents, you can read the transcript and get word for word what Muhammad said. Do I have it? I don't even have it here. Muhammad went through, he even acknowledged the fact that they're taking the Black history away from Americans and how they're destroying books and they're stopping you guys from getting actual true history taught. He acknowledged it. He said the victims the world over. He didn't say
the whole-
Ghanaians.
He said
victims
the world.
of enslavement. He didn't speak just for Ghanaians. It's impossible for him to speak about Ghanaians or just Africans. He's acknowledging the diaspora. And in the comments like, what of Ghana? Ghana's got gold and diamonds. We want some of that.
Oh my God.
Why weren't Africans coming over on boats to come and save us? Are you crazy? Do you know what poverty is? When people talk about, even in the West, when we talk about I'm working class, I'm living on an estate, and maybe there's 12 of us in the bed. Yes, there's that type of level of poverty. But have you been to Ghana? Have you ever seen a toilet in the a hole in the floor that people have to shit in? I've seen it with my own eyes. Do you want to be homeless in Ghana? Do you? Do you actually want to be homeless in
They won't
Ghana?
last a second. And it's the grifters, you know. I blame those sort of like talking heads that they all follow because they rely on their word. And because they're grifters, they seek to target people that are vulnerable. They know they're not going to do any reading. They know that they're just going to hang on to their every word because it is insane to me that you wouldn't even listen and you would come and just start spewing this nonsense when it's just
crazy.
The polar opposite of what he said. But I blame those talking figures, man, those talking heads that are just like galvanizing these people that haven't got a clue and they make them feel like they're a part of something. It's very similar to these manosphere people.
Yeah.
They make them feel like they're a part of something and they really believe this nonsense and it's just misinformation.
Basically, it's redundant. It makes no sense. Even if, let's say, worst case scenario, he was trying to peddle this and it was just for Africans, it was just for the African countries, is this not a step forward for you yourselves to then be like, we are going to add on? Because one step forward is a step forward for everybody. That's how I would have seen it.
Exactly.
I don't understand they're taking it from me. It is so crabs in a barrel. Like one person gets here and it's like, no, it should have been us. And I find that with Americans though. There was more discourse on Ghana putting this forward than there was on Americans saying no. That's a problem.
That's a problem.
And that's what they need to think about and sit down
That's
and
the
think,
problem.
how have you got so much smoke for another African country than you do for your own country that are abusing people all around the world and abusing you?
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense.
Mind you, you're descendants of slavery, so therefore you are very much involved in this conversation.
Get involved.
You're very, very, very much entitled to be a part of this conversation. And so why would you want to cause fractures? Like it's so weird.
It's so weird. And someone was talking in positive, like, but what they said kind of rubbed me up the wrong way. It's like, for the first time I'm seeing Africans actually speak up for us. Do you know what Africans have been doing? Like, read a book. There have been Africans involved in civil rights liberation from day dot. It has happened. But also, if you see, like again, I'll go back to, if you see what happened to Africa, how can someone with no money, no roof over their head, the typical, what you see on the adverts, what made you guys embarrassed to claim Africa, that is real as part of it. We are trying to show that there's new generation of Africans that aren't flies and distended bellies and famine, but it's still happening. And someone said in the comments, oh, chattel slavery is the worst thing that happened to humanity. No, it's the worst thing that happened to Black Americans in America, because chattel slavery was there. But chattel slavery also happened to Caribbeans as well. Remember that. And the world over, what's happened to Black people the world over
this
is what Muhammad is talking about. Your bubble of it was disgusting. We know that. The atrocities that happened to Black Americans on American soil was disgusting. But what was happening there happened in Africa, happened in Haiti, happened in Brazil, happened in the Caribbean islands.
And Brazil actually has the largest concentration of Black people as well, that were transported. I really need you folks to think outside of yourselves.
Yeah.
Like the oppression Olympics, we ain't got to all run it, but you guys are not at the forefront of it as well. It's just your story has been transported well. That's what it is. But there are other stories. And maybe if you think you guys have been oppressed the most, you need to actually do some more reading.
Exactly.
That's all it is. It's not anybody coming at you. No one's calling you stupid. This is literally the way of the world. Information isn't passed on like that in the same way. But you're ignorant. And it sounds woefully ignorant when it is like, no, we deserve all of the reparations. Please read a book.
And it's intentional to just keep us divided.
Yeah.
But we're doing it to ourselves at this point.
At this point, we can't even blame the white man.
We can't blame.
We're literally infighting, and it's just a waste of time. It's a waste of time.
Even on our post, when we're talking about Jack Harlow, for God's sake.
Oh my God.
Why are there Black Americans being like, oh, talking about our culture again?
They're more American than they are. I guess they lean into their Americanness more than their...
I'm like, it's
so bizarre.
Jack Harlow, for God's sake.
And the thing is, and I had to, again, I got in my essay bag, because I think there was a Brit that said we have to be mindful of not speaking on the culture. But we have it. If we, even in the UK, go down the street. You got the other day when I was going to my tube station, these 3 middle-class white kids. Yeah, man, you get me. This Black culture, wherever we are, breaks into social culture. Our slang, our style, wherever we are. Yes, American Black culture might be the top of Black culture, but British Black culture is also culturally appropriated. We can reel off a list of white girls that were promoted as the best soul singers over girls that we knew were singing their fucking hearts out. But yet these girls got promoted because they were white. We have it in the UK. We have grime artists who are white. You get more time, more interest, more money and more deals than the Black boys that were doing their thing from day. It happens all the fucking time the world over. It's not exclusive. So you Brit pick me. I'm so sorry. You are a fan, maybe watch the show. Love you to bits, but don't do that again, because you're being a bit silly, because we can relate.
It's ridiculous. Like, globalization is a thing, and now it's even more expansive because of social media. We're seeing each other's things all of the time. And just because it might, maybe like Black British culture or whatever might not be as prominent over there, but you guys are seeing things, which is why, what is that comedian called? Aries or something? That's why he
Aries Spears.
That's why he was able to comment on British rappers.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean? If it wasn't for that, he wouldn't even be able to give that commentary. So it is happening. It might be louder on one side because they are just more visible. They're the more visible Blacks or whatever, but it's just a thing. Everyone's talking about everyone everywhere. It's just annoying.
Please recognise the connective tissue that we have. Please. There's some things that no matter where Black people are, we will do the same. Play a drum beat. Just play a drum beat. That alone.
See what happens.
Just play one drum beat. It's
just
we'll all start twerking.
It's infuriating when somebody writes it. I'm always just like, go away.
No, but at this point, I feel like it's just like they just want to say it now. It's
no,
like,
there is.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like they are waiting for an opportunity to just make those comments.
Basically,
there's that.
We can talk about anything.
Yeah,
and also at the same time, it's like I'm not talking about you or your family, and we actually don't know who you are.
Yeah.
These are famous people. Jack Harlow needs to be selling stuff over here, around the world,
and
we can talk about him.
And the amount of time
they come and talk.
And
listen,
what? Oh my God.
Okay, come on, guys.
That is such a reach.
Read a book. It's a lot.
It's annoying.
But I will big up those who haven't been ignorant, because I've been on a little rabbit hole about reactions, and I have seen American over here. We appreciate. Thank you. This is what we need, the blueprint to start. So for all the Black Americans and for other Blacks around the world of the diaspora who understand the power of what's happened, we're not going to start dancing and twerking and getting happy about it immediately, but it's a foot forward. For those of you of the diaspora and Black Americans who understand, who are not agents of misinformation,
it's a shift in
big
the
up
right
to you,
direction.
and let's get together.
Let's start.
Let's start.
We need more more illuminating on who the fuck these people
Exactly.
are.
Because other atrocities, they won't allow us to forget it, and rightly so.
This is it. So
you
why
have to be on people's necks as well.
Basically, 200 years later.
Come on.
Is there an apology tour for Diddy or some type of reconciliation or let's spin Diddy's narrative in a different way? Because we have Usher out here chatting about it, but also Young Miami basically saying Diddy changed and he's a good guy, and it just all seems
And Dr. Umar.
Yeah. It all seemed to come out in the same run, and I'm like, is Diddy's team paying folks?
Someone said it looks like he's coming out tomorrow or something like that. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
is
Like-
he?
No, not like.
Oh.
Well, his appeal is happening.
Oh.
Like they've put in the appeal document. So I'm like,
so maybe it's all in line.
is this a bit of a rollout? Because
Yeah.
does Usher generally talk on anybody like?
Never.
Yeah, he usually just
Never.
rollerblades and minds his business.
He's not one to be like, you know,
Interesting.
Diddy was a good guy to me. I was like, strange.
But did he forget when he said that he would never let his kids be around Diddy?
I think he has forgotten all of that. Or that I saw things that I will never forget, like I was in an adult environment. He seems to have, all it is now is Diddy was a great mentor. Diddy was a great guy.
Maybe he's got something on him.
I think it's
Do
strange.
you think Diddy was like, yo, take that? Gunna, you better speak up, boy.
But what do you think is gonna be like the response to him when he comes out? Like,
Well, we've said before that I think
If he's done.
I don't know if he's done, but we're weird like that because I actually don't know which way we go. I think before we spoke about it, we said I was quite confident he can come out and do, and if he goes gospel and becomes a pastor,
oh yeah,
people go.
He could do that. He could.
I see that pipeline.
There could be that.
You know, the born again
redemption
Christian
tour.
thing.
Yeah.
He can do the redemption tour. If it's not necessarily being a pastor, he can definitely do the redemption. I'm sorry and I've learned. He can. Diddy is charming enough to do that. The question is, if he does the apology tour, when do you forgive him? Does he get forgiven? And because he was never found guilty of all the things, can he ingratiate himself back into you lot's heart?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, nah.
Why?
Because I know that the evidence that they put forward is not all the evidence that we needed to see on Diddy. There's way too many stories. No, that was light work that day. That was all right, we're telling you off type of shit. No, I would never have him in the same esteem as I did before. But I think there are a lot of people that are really like, I don't mind what Diddy did.
Because it's been easily diluted.
Yeah, because I guess because it's been kind of minimized to just prostitution.
Yes.
And for a lot of people, they're just like, oh, that's light. Like everybody, every billionaire, every millionaire, rich men, this is what they've been doing since the beginning of time, and blah, blah, blah. And then there's people that have thrown dirt on the women's names, and and there are people that cannot disconnect the fact that he was in a relationship with Cassie and all sorts of things, and then her getting the payout, and like those people that don't understand how rape culture works, they don't understand how abuse works and stuff like that. For them, it's very simple. It's very black and white. And then you've got the folk that are going to be like, well, he's done his time. Like, at what point, blah, blah, blah. So there's definitely a lot of angles. But as someone who understands that these things are far more nuanced than what meets the eye or what have you, for me personally, like, he's done. Like, I don't understand why there isn't a world in which he just comes out and fades into obscurity just enjoys his money.
Exactly.
But that's how you know fame is a drug, and you have to be a real narcissist to know that you've got all of this stuff out there about you. You have the means to just live a quiet life, enjoy your money for the rest of your days, settle down, do whatever you're doing, but you're still forcing yourself on people.
Yep.
That to me is like, that is the purest form of narcissism there is.
So I agree with that. What if, and this is just questions, what if then, if as a creative, he's been found doing heinous things, you get a second chance at living life normally, what part of his creative energy would be acceptable to be out in the world? Is it that his extra punishment should be that you no longer get to create, or do you get to do something because that's who you are?
No, he abused it.
Yeah,
it's
his power,
decades, isn't it? What was it,
Yeah.
20 odd years? He abused it. You had your run. Piss
Go
off
away.
now.
Yeah.
Go and live in Charlie like
That's
Russell
the thing.
Simmons.
Go live next door to
Go hide
Russell.
under a rock, but also the creativity doesn't have to be public. Like if you have like a desire to make things, people make things every single day, and they don't even have the privilege to have the money and to be able to live the kind of lifestyle that he has.
Exactly.
Like, and also with everything that we know that a lot of this creativity wasn't even really genuine. I feel like with him, it was like 2% real. Like the rest was bravado. The rest was theft. The rest was, you know, you're abusing people because you just needed a sick sense of satisfaction for your sexual desires. None of it is real. I feel like that for me is what crumbled. Like this, like, you know, the image that we had of him of being this like boss and this really talented guy. He wasn't the best rapper. He wasn't the best writer. He was stealing people's lyrics. He was stealing people's things. He was sampling everything. Like, what? You've got nothing to give back to the world.
This is
like, I think just go and crawl under a rock and just leave everybody alone.
He just had audacity.
Exactly. He was just, and maybe that can be bottled up and sold, but there's plenty, we've got enough men doing
We've
that.
got enough. We've got enough.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
become a granddad and just chill in the quiet zone.
Settle down. I mean, he has love. What is she, like 3 years old or something? He's got a little kid. Like, go.
Yeah.
Actually, that baby mother is. Oh, who's she seeing? She's seeing someone.
She moved on.
Well,
she's dating somebody.
Me who it is, but I remember I saw that as well.
I was like, that's interesting. But no, Diddy, he should.
Diddy's done.
Come out, go and live with Russell Simmons.
But what if? So then with Usher's co-sign, what did Umar say? I missed that. I haven't watched it.
And Usher is an issue as well, because Usher is one of the people that went to spend time with Russell Simmons. So I was literally like, okay, you're an affiliate.
Yeah, people have things on Usher then.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
something.
That's
on
odd.
Him. Dr. Umar,
he's always going to stand up for black men.
Yeah, exactly.
He thinks that everybody's after them, and I'm literally like, Dr. Umar is he's an agent now.
Yeah, he's my favourite broken clock.
Yeah.
But the thing with Dr. Umar, is that his whole thing is like, all these white men have been doing it. But why can't you say the black men have done it and the white men have done it? Everybody should be thrown under the jail. But his thing is always like, the black men, blah, blah, blah. They roll out all of these stories about R. Kelly and Diddy, but the white men are doing it. And they're doing it, you know, in broad daylight, and they get away with it. That should never be your argument.
It should never be his argument. And what should be for the forefront? Why have you allowed yourself to be the butt of every joke? Because I said this to Nana the other day that it's immediately uncomfortable because I'm black, not because of anything. But Diddy and Cosby are very much in rotation in stand-up comedy, like white satirical humor. Like the punchline is always Diddy or Bill Cosby. Like there are a bunch of white, I mean, yes, whilst they're roasting Trump and talking about the establishment and stuff like that, Diddy and Cosby, without fail, would probably be embedded into some sort of stand-up routine or satirical take. And it's like, it frustrates me because obviously I'm sensitive because they're the black and part of my culture that I grew up around. But then also for the Dr. Umar who's saying like, why are they always talking about these people and the R. Kellys and stuff like the Michael Jacksons? However, talk to your men who allow themselves to be in this position in the first place.
Yeah.
That's how you should speak, because it's frustrating, because this is the fallout effect. I'm now feeling conflicted because why the fuck are you lot always talking about the black men? There are bare white men you can pick from, but every minute it's Diddy and R. Kelly and Bill Cosby. Why are they the words, like the names? And I get it, it's popular culture, but there's a bunch of people that you could use.
They should all just be in jail. That should be the only argument.
And shouldn't be the punchline. It's all of that stuff. But they put themselves in that position. So how can I be arguing?
This is it. And we can't be defending them.
We can't defend them.
To be fair, it's a part of racism. It is. It's the I see free syndrome. When a black person does something, they always have to magnetize it. Like it was the worst thing that ever took place.
Yeah.
But still, we have Epstein. Allegedly, Trump is in there loads as well. Like that should be the running theme for decades now. But you know, this is where I will never defend Diddy in any way.
No, you can't.
Yeah, same.
We don't even know most of his crimes.
Yeah, exactly. This is just what was brought to the courts, but.
And the normalization is why a man can go to a concert and feel like he can bust a nut and walk away.
Exactly. It all comes round full circle.
Are you mad?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Like you can abuse women. And there will be another person there, woman or man, being like, it weren't that bad.
It weren't that bad.
You can drag up Cassie like that. This is the one time we saw. She said there was numerous times.
Of course there were.
And people will be like, but he wasn't tried for domestic violence. I don't care.
We saw
However, he can go to prison.
Exactly.
We
No.
saw him do something that he should go to prison for.
Exactly. Simple. Isn't that what they did with OJ?
Yeah, got him on.
Yeah, they
On
got
a
him on
second-
Taking back something that was stolen from him.
Taking back his things, and they were like, all right, bye.
We're going to put him in for 100 years. They wanted him to go to prison for. And fair, he probably did kill his
Yeah.
wife.
Exactly.
I want to go into chatty fatty land because men again. Sorry, guys. I mean, not sorry.
What are they up to now?
Cameron, Mase, and Shyne. Like, I watched the clip of them.
I need to go.
Okay. We should continue.
Yeah, carry on.
So Cameron, Mase, and Shyne, they've been getting backlash or support. I'm not even sure because they made comments about Brandy.
Okay, what did
They were talking about, so Cameron, being messy, was like, had Shyne on, because Shyne's out here promoting new music, though he's a politician, blah, blah, blah. And Mase. And Brandy very famously went out with Mase. But also she had a little bit of interaction with Shyne. And apparently there was some crossover. Whatever the case. Now, bear in mind, this was like in the 2000s. We are in 2026.
And they're still talking about
Everybody's in their late 30s, 40s, pushing time. First of all, it was messy with Cameron to be like, you guys are good. Fine. But Shyne and Mase, the way that they were talking was very locker room, and there was not enough kind of clarification for it not to sound like Brandy was hopping dicks between the two and made it sound like she was a hoe. Excuse me. And I don't like calling women hoes anymore because hoe is relative.
Yeah.
But the way they were talking, grown-ass men, about Brandy, basically tarnishing her reputation, whether they meant to or not, they didn't tidy it up to make it not sound like Brandy was a bit of a hoe and getting into mix-up. Brandy had to come out and first of all, Ray J.
Oh, shock horror.
Yep. Now, he defended his sister.
But one thing about Ray, he's going to defend his sister.
He took it too far.
Always.
He said a lot. I won't repeat what he said a lot. He went into... practically talking about sodomizing and...
Stop it.
I don't know, it was a lot. AJ did the most, but he defended his sister, which when in man world and man code, the wives, the girls, everything in your family are off limits, the mums.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, Ray J, you do what you needed to do. Brandy then was forced to speak out. Dragging Brandy out of the success of her world tour to come talk on some bullshit. She was like, unequivocally, I did not date both of them. I didn't even date Shyne. Definitely was with Mase, but she didn't even say I was with Mase. But there was no crossover, there was none of that shenanigans. I was a friend to Shyne. Shyne then came out and said, well, I don't know what she's saying, but we did go out. Messy.
What a loser.
Do you know, I think in the bin for me, enemy of progress is men pretending they don't love gossip. Because they put it on us. They put it on women like, you girls love gossip. Men love a gossip.
All the biggest, pots of tea and juice that I've sipped has come from a man.
Right.
I'm not even exaggerating. They call you to tell you tea. They love it. I think that we need to, like you say, throw it in the bin that it's a woman-only thing. Gossip is universal. We all love gist. Everybody loves gist.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. It shouldn't be something that is just put on women because that is a myth, man.
Men love tea.
They
I
love
know
it.
a guy that loves so much gossip. When he sees you, he's smiling already because he's got so much on his chest to get off.
Same.
And I think they use women as scapegoats because they're like, we could talk and be like, wow, guy. They could do the man way of talking, but they know they can take off their bras with the girls and really get into it and get messy.
Get real stuck in.
I can't stand that. Shyne, Cameron, and Mase, you should not have been talking about Brandy disturbing her peace.
No, these are grown men. And I feel like Brandy's always getting dragged into some shit because you remember when Fred Rose Starr went on Breakfast Club and Charlemagne brought it up in there. But to be fair, Fred Rose Starr definitely checked Charlemagne on that.
Yeah.
But it's just just leave that woman alone.
Leave her alone.
No
And she doesn't talk about anybody else.
Talk about any of these people, but these men have always got her name in their mouths. It's weird.
And it was in the 2000s or the 1990s.
It's 2026, Hans. Let's move on.
I swear it was in the 1990s.
Listen, we are all in our late 30s and late 40s. Why are you giggling about this? Giggling, I thought Cameron says pause every 4 minutes.
Oh, he's annoying.
I mean, I know it's a flex. It is Brandy.
It's a flex.
But still, leave that lady.
You could, but because you know what? Maybe there's a world where you can talk about past relationships. I dated Brandy. There's a way to talk about it, but the way they left it and they were so much giggle. The minute men start giggling about a woman, it then puts so much negative implications. And when we suffer the loss, we suffer the cost.
Yeah.
We never come out
But I
shining.
also felt like they wanted to tear her down. Like, you know, everybody thinks that Brandy's like a good
nice,
girl,
good girl.
but she ain't. It was a bit like, you know what? Actually, she's a hoe.
Yeah.
You guys are all too old for that.
100%.
Way too old.
And as a society, we need to be like, no, that's not okay.
It's not.
She is literally our legend.
Yeah.
Like, so just have some respect.
Yeah.
Even if she was a hoe. So
Exactly, it's irrelevant.
I know, and I was saying, like, hoe is all in context now, because growing up, understanding what hoe means, when a woman just loves sex and a woman wants a multiple date, it's actually okay.
But also, like, preserve legacy. Like, have
like,
some integrity.
Quiet.
Not
What's the
everyone
code?
and everything is no code, just yapping.
Thank you.
Running your
What
mouth.
is the code?
Like, there's enough going on for you, man, to talk about. Like,
So
there's
much.
literally enough for you to talk about, and I don't know why this is. It felt like a non-story.
Yeah, like, let's just jump on her.
Yeah,
I don't like it. They're
leave that
idiots.
lady alone.
I haven't liked Cameron for a while, though. Something about him. There's something about him.
Yeah, he seems like very petty,
Yes.
but not in a funny way.
I mean,
Yeah.
ever since the Locks verses, which I watch on repeat,
I don't know why you watch that so
because
much.
I'm a hip hop head, and that verses was like my heart and soul. I was like, and I always get confused. I never knew Cameron was as dark skinned as he was. I thought he was a light skinned babe.
Oh, no.
I know, I've been totally confused ever since. Oh boy. Back in the day, the Dipset days, I thought he was light skinned.
I was obsessed with Drell Santana back in the day.
Everyone loved
that
Jules.
was my.
Everyone
Oh
loved
my
Jules.
god!
But Cameron's a babe.
No,
Cameron's a
Cameron
babe.
is.
But there was something about Jules. I don't know. I feel
Everyone
like he
loved
just...
Jules.
To me, back then, he was so fine. Like, I remember I used to video, like, VHS, like, music videos back in the day.
My time.
So that you could just watch them at your own leisure.
No, I actually like Cameron, but I just thought he was light skinned. So when I saw him on Versus, I was like, who is that? I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah.
I'm so confused with the man he is today.
I
thought he
don't
was
know
light-skinned
how
babe.
you remix it, but
I
Jules...
don't know.
Yeah, Jules.
Jules is a key.
And I thought he was tall.
Yeah, same. He gave
He's
kind of lanky,
short.
but he's not.
A lot of them are tinier than we thought.
Yeah, that's very
But
true.
yeah, as you get older and it's like, oh, I
Yeah,
would never,
that's actually
like...
true.
Yeah, a lot of them are tiny.
Yeah, he's a small man.
He is. Did you watch his interview, Cameron's interview on Breakfast Club, the most recent one?
No, I haven't watched it.
It's quite old, but it was actually a really good interview.
I need to watch it.
It was around the time when my man was moving mad. What's the crazy Rockefeller one?
Damon Dash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was around that time.
He handled that
watch that.
really-
I did watch
that
that.
was a really good interview, but the reason I brought that up is because of his petty ways when he said what he did to Omar Gooding Jr.
Yeah.
That is
Petty.
insane.
He did them. I thought that, and I'm not a fan of Get Back like that. I don't
that
like 50
is
Cent's behaviour.
mad.
I don't like that. I'm a softie, and it's don't do that to people.
Yeah,
but that was petty.
That's funny. but it's
Cameron
mad.
with 50's money is the same as 50 Cent.
yeah.
They are the same man.
Yeah.
It's just 50
Oh
just
my
did it better.
God.
But no. No, these guys are... you know, he's an arsehole.
He is.
It's also, I mean,
That was-
hip-hop legacy, I don't know. But guys, you do not need to, in your grown 38, 39, 40 to 45,
I don't think anyone there's 38.
I was going to say, ain't they 50?
Oh, they're in their 40s and 50s.
Everyone's like
Camerons are...
40s and 50s.
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever
They
case.
are definitely not in 30s.
Shyne, you're a whole politician. And yes, you'll bring out new music.
Like,
You're a
Shyne is
politician.
definitely in his 50s.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Cam was
this
10
what I'm
50
saying.
on that Breakfast Club interview. He was about to 10 50.
Yeah, they're
Come
big
on. And the thing is,
men.
you've been through life and you understand the thing, so why?
Yeah, of all the history,
Leave
you've got
Brandy
a lot
alone,
of history
man.
that you can be talking about. And
Men
this
around
just
the
ain't
world, don't gossip.
Yeah.
And first of all, I need a blanket announcement that all men stand up and say, we actually do love gossip and we're very sorry for accusing women of only liking
you
gossip.
love it.
Man love gossip. Let me call
we
a
know
man
now.
today.
We know now because them on their pods.
Yeah,
Like, they're
Exactly.
standing
That's
for-
just glorified gossiping as well.
Yeah, they're
But I
gossiping.
love it. I find it so funny when they call it tea. Like, that always makes me laugh. Like, if my husband calls me, he'll be like, oh, guess what? I've got tea. And I'm just like...
And this is the thing. And that's my
It
thing, because
makes me laugh.
Cameron will say pause every 5 minutes. Don't you think what you're doing is pausable if you're really going to go there? A big pause. Why for that?
We need to throw that in the bin, man, that pause stuff.
Pause, I hate. I've
Yeah.
been saying I hate it. I can't stand it. You can go. No one cares. You're not
Give it a
gay.
rest,
And
exactly.
you shouldn't be disrespecting the gay people like that.
It's just,
Stop it. It's so
annoying.
annoying.
It's gone on for too
annoying.
long.
It's too long.
And the older, and I know, okay, Black Americans is an American culture thing. Okay, got it. But we have in the UK, Matt may say, why for that?
And
That's a why.
They got it from Jamaica.
That's a why.
It's just annoying.
Like, guys, we know you're not gay. It's okay. And it makes me think you are slightly gay,
But
you're
because
scared to get.
you're listening so much for anything that can be a little.
Why are you paying it that much mind?
And sensible men, even Mark Lamont, you're my educated bro, man.
No, he says pause.
He says pause.
Did he?
He paused it too.
He must have said something very on the cuff.
No. They pause jokes as well. And listen, I love my brothers, but guys, stop pausing, man. It's okay.
Yeah, it's
we know you're not gay. It's okay. And if you're gay, then you are.
It's actually enough.
I thought it would have lasted a year.
No, but it's
aren't we now on like 10 years?
No, it's a generational thing, but it came. I think
I got it from Harlem because obviously,
back in the day.
Dame Dash can't stop talking about it. Like I brought pause. There's a Harlem thing in Harlem. Okay, cool. Why are we all still saying
exactly? Did his sale for Revolt ever go through?
No, he was lying.
Oh, that is so.
No, apparently he got us. It was on JBP. He was on Jay Bodden's podcast. They said something about, was it them or somewhere else was talking about what? And I don't know if they're being sarcastic.
They probably were.
Something's got going on, something that's coming. Anyway.
No, remember he said that he was going to be the CEO.
Yeah.
A lie.
Can I just talk about hip hop quickly, just a quick one. Just J. Cole saying and Jay-Z saying that the battle with Kendrick and Drake went too far. And J. Cole specifically saying that everyone piled on Drake and took it too far. Do you guys, do you care? Do you have, because I was absolutely offended. I thought, no, he won. And that's what it is.
Yeah, he just
and we are in a world where people pile on. We're in pile-on culture. We are. But no, Drake's not a victim.
He is not.
No,
Drake was at the top. When somebody that is the front runner, the winner, gets taken down, everybody loves it. Mm-hmm. At that moment, before Kendrick did his thing, he was the underdog.
Yeah.
And the underdog won, and we all love that. Yeah. But Drake is not Drake is a thorough millionaire, probably knocking on billions door. Mm-hmm. He is okay. It's just his ego took a bit. You just lost.
Mm-hmm. That's all.
I mean, also, yes, nobody wants to be called a paedophile, but also, why was you talking to Millie Bobby Brown? Like, why was you talking to
But
her?
also, no one believes Jake is... I say no one. Maybe there's 3 people that believe Jake is a paedophile. But generally, he is not walking around like Diddy, Kelly, Cosby. He doesn't have that legacy.
No.
What he's got is bigger than the paedophile nonsense. Is that he lost the battle to Kendrick.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Yeah, it's very simple. Drake very much lost, and it's an L, blah, blah, blah. I don't think he was piled up on or bullied on. I think that's a bit strong. But I don't like the wave turning. Like, because people can't just be like, oh, Drake's dope, Kendrick's dope, Kendrick took this one and keep it moving.
This is true.
I don't like how people suddenly act as though Drake hasn't given us years and years of bangers. Like, people
That's
try and like downplay his talent. Like, come on, let's not do that. Like, I'm not even I love Drake. Maybe I am a Drake fan like that. Maybe I am. I like them all. But like, I just think like when I hear people suddenly like doing think pieces on how Drake ain't shit and how he's a culture vulture and all of this stuff, I find it weird.
That is weird.
I do think, and before the battle, people were having conversations at Drake's chameleon behaviour.
Mind you, that is a separate conversation.
He has been doing certain things, and it is like, there's a whole narrative. And I think when FD Signifier did his big Drake analysis, there are things that are understandable. As a mixed race man from Canada that tried to fit into hip hop culture, there's a few things that he did that were questionable along the way, if you want to take it political, analytical, and cultural. But no one can deny that Drake is amazing. But also, when someone kind of presents the facts of you being someone that likes to go for other people's man, for you paying off, like for doing things that are buying into culture rather than naturally being of the culture, someone exposed it. And now it's like for everyone to say, well, actually, I don't find that, I invested in you, in who you were. These things laid out make it kind of difficult for me to be a fan. Drake could sell out to Drake could go on tour tomorrow and sell the fuck out.
He absolutely is.
He's not.
He's still one of the biggest stars ever
in the world.
But everybody's star does dim.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've always liked Drake way more than Kendrick, but Kendrick won.
Yeah. Same.
And I'm a Kendrick, obviously you know me already. I'm a Kendrick fan from day. I also do have Drake's albums. Some of them I'm just like, I've got anthems that I can never not listen to by Drake. I'm not going to diss you, Drake. Drake, you can come on the show, let's talk.
Yeah.
I mean, Drake. He needs to... He hasn't done a UK pod, has he?
No, he doesn't do that. Drake.
No, but he's done Americans.
And he's gone into the white spaces. He hasn't gone to anywhere black yet. He hasn't
Apart
sat
from
with
that
anyone
thing
black.
with LeBron, but is that even like a podcast?
When did he do that though? When did he do Pivot? The
thing?
barbershop thing. When did he do that?
That was years ago though.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, that
He
was
has
probably
not
like 5,
done
6 years ago.
a black pod, and he should.
I mean, he loves the UK. You should jump on some.
I reckon he would come. I reckon like who would
He
go
won't talk to
here?
anyone. He won't. Unless he'll talk to a white. He'll talk to a
90s?
Zayn. He'll talk...
Possibly.
Maybe not.
Probably, or no, it'd be shits and gigs, innit?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Maybe not. No, I don't think so. I think maybe 90s for the... But I think he'll go straight to white. He'll get on a radio. He'll get on something like
If
that.
anybody in our space would get him, I feel like it'd be shits and gigs.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know if they do.
But they're
that kind of
numbers.
do they have conversations though?
I don't think they really have guests.
No, I think it would have to be.
No, they do.
They have guests.
They do.
Or
have
maybe
guests.
Pound. Is that? Do you think is that too hood? We might think for the
Yeah,
credibility.
but I feel like Drake
wants that.
that's
For the
what he wants.
credibility, you
credibility
may
and
go
the
on
cosign.
Winners Talking,
Yeah.
innit?
Go on Winners Talking.
Yeah.
Like you should. Like
That is the, I guess that is the credible roadmap
yeah,
space.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's a credible space to get the cosign from the culture. Go on, go on, Pound. Go on, come on. Listen,
Listen, the invitation's open.
yeah, Drake, come.
But
I mean,
come and chat with us.
Come and chat with us. I mean, Kendrick, obviously. I'd sit there and be like,
See, if it was something like that, yeah, I would be like, no, we should have a consortium.
yeah,
Like every female podder, we should actually do an audience
down.
with.
Yeah.
Like we
Yeah,
should
yeah,
chat
yeah,
to
yeah.
Yeah, do it properly.
because
yeah.
that needs to be everybody's involved.
Yeah, everyone needs
yeah,
to be that pie.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to get that out there. J. Cole, I don't necessarily agree. It got on my nerves a little bit, but you're on your journey, is what it is. Who else we got?
What's the next one?
Oh, please do.
Who?
Come.
Druski.
Mm.
All right, so you've seen the Druski.
The Erica Kirk thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've seen it.
Druski is flipping amazing. I think this is probably one of his best little sketches. He has done a parody. He's calling it a parody of a white conservative woman. The white conservative woman that is featured happens to look a lot like Erica Kirk.
And Khloe Kardashian with blonde.
Chloe, I see what you're saying. Old Chloe though.
Oh, Khloe.
Yeah.
Khloe.
So it's a really good skit. It's on maybe 200 million, I think, across
my
all the
God.
platforms.
Druski's gone clear.
Imagine that in 24 hours, 200 million views.
Love him.
Flipping crazy. But also, the Conservatives are up in arms. They are
The ones that
basically
call
saying,
everyone snowflakes, they're up in arms.
they are up in arms being like, basically, he did whiteface. Whiteface is not a thing. And then it's like, if Erica did this in blackface, she would be cancelled.
Yes, she would.
Shut up.
Erica's already cancelled. We already think that she is
no one
racist.
cares
Her
about
husband died and she don't give a damn.
She did
Basically, she's doing a tour of herself, took over his company. Like, Erica has been cancelled. But I love that they are really all pissed off
Yeah.
that he did this and showed how can, to your husband, after you've lost your husband publicly, how can you do a tour and come out to pyrotechnics to an arena when your husband got assassinated in front of all of us? Like, how do you do that?
How were you not traumatized?
Did you see that there was a replication of the stand that Charlie Kirk was in when he got shot?
Yeah.
What, on Druski thing?
No.
Oh, I was...
Turning points.
at their
Conference.
Amfest. And people were paying to take pictures.
Taking pictures in a replica.
They're really just
the
inherently
tent.
evil, aren't they? Like, it's
That-
just evil.
The tent that man was assassinated in. You're taking pictures. You taking the pictures and you thought it should be there as a
No,
tourist
those
attraction.
people, their ancestors were people that took pictures by lynchings.
100%.
Oh,
Why
you
not?
know, like,
They
well,
are- they
round
are-
of
they are the-
applause.
they are the grandchildren
Welcome to the
of
family.
people whose Parents were like standing next to lynched bodies.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Honestly.
yes, yeah, and the thread would follow through because how is that a celebration?
Exactly.
I'm gonna stand
What?
under the gazebo that he got killed in and take pictures. Like,
That is
who
weird.
would, who would think?
What
"Oh,
wife?
let's do this?
What? Sorry, popcorn.
Why are you
What
recreating?
wife would allow that? What
But you're not
wife?
even standing there and praying and being like standing there in solace. Like, do you know what I mean? You're taking pictures, being like, "Hey,
Yeah,
Imagine that. I'm gonna go take.
yeah. People were posing. They were posing.
weird."
What I do know is, if this was an African family and the wife was doing this,
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah.
they're probably going to get the police
It
to
wouldn't
arrest
even.
her.
It wouldn't even happen. I don't even think it would get that far.
And she's trying to sue. And Druski came out and said, "Listen, parodying is protected by law.
Uh-huh.
You can't come for me. It is what it is. And he showed a picture of his white granddad.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
He's mixed in it.
Is he
Like,
mixed?
Well,
He's got white direct.
Okay, maybe.
yeah, it's like so you're saying I'm taking the piss out. My granddad, is you guys.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
One drop rule. Haha.
See, it doesn't work both ways. Yeah.
No, she is.
I mean, enemy.
Yeah, she's made it two weeks in a row, Erica. You're doing well.
She's sick.
Like, fuck
There
off.
There is no way of getting around this. Like, the way Candice is on her neck.
Nah, she don't play about her white friends, boy.
Candice is justifying her boyfriend,
Candice don't
man.
play about her white friends.
She's fighting for justification
She's
for her
doing
boyfriend.
everything. That is her lover, isn't it? That has to
Honestly, it has to be
Allegedly.
something else.
She even
she's
shared the
so
skit.
invested.
She was literally laughing to it. As I said, I was watching her last night.
You were.
I am. She is my guilty pleasure. I have to
I
watch her
hear it
every
saying
night.
sometimes.
It's riveting. I really am like, is she gonna get to the bottom of it? Is she gonna say, I know who killed Charlie Kirk?
I think I saw someone saying that he was trying to investigate and he got blocked from investigating the murder. He got told to stop.
Yeah, Joe Kent.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. So he was the head of counter-terrorism, something like that, in America. He resigned because of the war in Iran. And yeah, he came out and said, I was trying to see if there was a foreign link and was told by the FBI, it's none of your business. No, he got killed. Candice, mate, she made
Let's
it
go,
her thing.
Candice. Come on our show as well. Everybody come on our show.
Yeah, I would sit down. I would sit down with her.
Intelligent. Yeah, she's very intelligent.
I just want to quickly bring it back to the UK, just quickly, because why not? Alex Phillips.
This the GB News woman.
Oh,
Just quickly, because we got the meningitis. It seems to disappear. Do you think it's gone? Do you think it's like they didn't work? Do you think it didn't take hold? It didn't work the way they wanted it to, and it's gone? Or is there still meningitis
I haven't
outbreaks?
been watching the. Do you watch
I don't see it.
I
Nothing's come
don't
up.
as much as I should, but I haven't heard much about it either. It feels like it's kind of gone quiet.
It feels like it's gone quiet for me. I feel like it couldn't take hold the way they wanted it to take hold.
To lock us down.
Yeah.
Probably.
I think so. But anyway, in amongst the conversation, Alex Phillips, she was on GB News, obviously, Talk TV in March. Sorry. She was discussing the meningitis outbreak.
We're not all going to be locked down, but it is alarming. And the bigger question to ask is, how did this particularly stringent strain of meningitis get to this country in the first place? It doesn't just come out of the sky, does it? Where did it come from? I wonder. There's something called the meningitis belt across the middle of Africa. I wonder, given that this started off in Kent, whether some of our new arrivals might have had something to do with it.
What?
There's a meningitis belt.
Yeah, so she said, what was it? There's a specific strain of meningitis that happens in Africa. And she said it was like there's a belt of meningitis that runs in a certain place in Africa. And she went,
That is so racist.
what?
I cannot.
So she's an enemy of progress. Obviously, she's an enemy of progress.
GB News is the worst.
It's the worst.
They not have
But it's
people
like-
fact checking. Didn't they just have to drag Carol Malone to say sorry for some incorrect shit she
I
said
swear
about
she said she apologises almost every month. That shit.
Carol Malone?
But they like the people that spread misinformation
They do it on
purpose.
purpose, isn't that?
And like, I don't want the world, because I think we're getting, GB News is literally our Fox News.
Yeah, it
and
is.
we don't need to follow the Americans into that, having that misinformation platform just to sell nonsense. But this girl's saying there's a strain in Africa of meningitis.
you can't just say
How
that.
did it get? Come on,
I've
bitch. Come on.
Also, I've never heard of this.
Same.
Like, so she just plucked it.
There might, and the thing is, so maybe, like Marlene, maybe there's something in Africa, but are the people that got Ken, did they go to
Exactly, but they're
Africa?
Africans, please.
Did they go and frequent
So
with
is
an
she saying
African?
that Africans are coming over in boats?
I don't know if she's saying that.
I'm wondering
But she's
how
saying
we
that
got there.
somehow in Kent University, wherever the first,
Somehow it's linked back to
somehow the
Africa.
immigrant came, kissed a student, and then gave the
They
student-
sound like those people that are always
Fuck.
trying to link shit back to not supporting your friend's business.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
GB News, yeah, and just
Yeah.
trying to link
Like,
back to
I fell over, but an immigrant did it.
Exactly.
What the hell?
It was so, I was like, come on. And she says it was so confidently.
I've never heard
What
of
the
that
dog
shit
whistle
before.
is going
There's a clip.
on?
I've got the clip.
No, that
that
is
is
actually.
insane.
And they tried to, because I
That's a
think
laugh.
GB News or Talk, whatever the show is, they edited it out of their YouTube final version.
Oh.
So they were like, okay, we don't want that. So they were like, allow
That's
it.
what you do it.
But thank God for Danny fucking Price. He had it on his page,
Oh.
and that's where I saw it.
He
had
is
the actual word for word, because even when I'm Googling it, trying to fact check and trying to find more,
Oh, it was
it's
really
not
erased.
It's
Okay.
gone. It's like, we don't have any evidence of Alex Phillips saying this. She has said other things, but not this. But thank you, Danny effing Price.
No, they're the worst. They actually have been called a version of Fox News.
They are.
Reform
They
Party.
Probably foam at the mouth. They love it.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's an independent media source said that they espout things to affirm the Reform Party. So in effect, GB News is their mouthpiece.
Right. Yeah.
And the level of bad journalism, they should be shut down. What are Ofcom doing? Because you can't say you're a journalist and you're chatting shit.
Yeah, like UK, we tend to have stronger standards. I mean, the wishy-washy behaviour, the way that BBC reports what's going on in Gaza is questionable. So what is Ofcom doing? But we do have a body that we can report to. So when you see some fuckery, report to Ofcom. Yeah. It's necessary because that was wild.
That is correct.
But thankfully it's been edited out, so that's great. Anything left? Have we got a final intervention, or do you want to do? Have you got anything else? Have you got any enemies of progress?
Have I got any enemies of progress?
Give us an enemy.
I'm sure I do. I just need to rack my time.
While you're thinking,
hold on.
While you're thinking, let me go into Brazilian lawmaker Fabiana Bolsonaro. She got back. Like, is she out of order, or is she trying to be an ally? She started putting on dark foundation during a plenary session in Brazil in what she described as a protest. The act took place during discussions around the appointment of Erica Hilton as chair of the Chamber's Women's Rights Committee and has sparked widespread criticism, right? So she started putting on dark makeup because she was saying that Erica Hilton, who's a trans woman, is the chair of the Women's Rights Committee, and Fabiana said she was experiencing the privileges of a white person and questioned whether wearing makeup made her black. So she's saying, basically she's being transphobic. She's saying that you showing up as a woman and being the leader of a women's rights committee doesn't make you a woman and you don't have the right to do so. So she then chose to take on our plight.
Why are we in it?
Stop. Exactly.
Oh my God.
Stop blacking out. She uses my foundation, whatever, it was NW45-9 or whatever, the darkest shade to then say, if I put on blackface, does that make me black? No, it does not. So in her way of coming at being
oh my!
Leave us out, innit?
To be racist to prove your point about transphobia.
She said she denied it was blackface and said her intention was to show respect for the historical struggle of black people.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Like, why can't you just speak your
exactly?
thing?
Why can't you just talk? Why can't you do such extreme things? I'm so confused.com.
Just say, like,
just leave us out.
I understand her point to a degree, like, as a trans person, now you're going to be the chair of a women's committee. I understand that, no, the experience is different. Your experience of womanhood is going to be very different to a natural born woman. So I understand you being like, hang on, how can you be the chairperson? I don't understand why she needed to bring in the black plight.
Not
like,
at all.
it's
Not
like,
at all.
It's not totally the same, because you donning brown makeup is not the same as a trans person expressing themselves as a woman. Like, it's not the same. It's not the same thing.
Is whole different.
Yeah, it's very different.
You're just being more transphobic by putting on a costume.
Exactly, and you're basically undermining.
And saying you're donning a costume of womanhood.
Exactly.
It's actually not really. They would have gone through.
Yeah.
Their experience of womanhood is different to a natural born woman, but that doesn't mean that they don't have experience. You putting on makeup that you can wash off is not the same. It actually is offensive, wholly offensive to black people.
Exactly.
Yes,
but it's not making your point. It's just rude.
It's just like, don't. You are.
And it's like you're trivializing our plight. You're and you're not an ally. It's not.
It's just rude.
And I find that people outside of the countries that really do the work when it comes to diversity, at the very least, you guys don't understand. So when you go to the France and the Brazil and the places where they're like, I can just do the colour and then you get it.
It's given Tyra Banks and one of her weird experiments on American
I can wear a homeless.
Yeah, exactly.
I can put on makeup and look homeless, put a headscarf on. And like, I know what it's like to be homeless.
Tyra took the piss when she did that. That was definitely the worst one.
Oh my God. It's when she was talking to them and she was like, I'm going to make you an Asian. East Asian.
Yeah, exactly.
Tyra, please.
Sarah, you're going to be a Polynesian.
No, what did she say? You're going to be a this? And then she added on an extra person.
I think it was like a Romanian and a
my
It
God.
was
Yeah.
like, what are you saying,
Remixing the
Tyra?
flights. And then going around the homeless streets like,
And she was really acting like she
yeah.
thought she was doing
She was
her
really like
big one.
shuffling, like, oh, I'm
And
homeless.
she was really sitting in the corner like this. Oh my God.
No, madam.
I actually don't
No,
think Tyra's
madam.
okay.
No, Fabiana, that was
What?
not the right move.
What a time.
No, it's a lot. The trans conversation, I tend to avoid it because there's so much nuance to it. They've been, I think trans people have been banned from participating in the Olympics or something like that.
And they asked, I think they've got until September for trans girls to leave the Girl Scouts.
Yes,
There you
I
go.
saw
Yeah.
that. No, I was like, that's out of order.
Yeah,
And apparently J.K.
that's
Rowling is
spearheading. Yeah,
She doesn't stop.
yeah, she's really relentless
wild.
with this.
No, it's
Maybe just
every
go and write another
single
book.
day she's tweeting. I actually like
Why
again.
is she so obsessed?
I think
with this
she's mad.
topic?
She has gone mad. I think they need to assess her.
It's hard.
It's really weird. Her going at it every single day.
I will have. I have to, when she first started talking about it, I literally thought it was going to be half an hour of talking, and then she was going to get off it.
Yeah.
She has
No,
tripled
she
down.
is.
Yeah, literally.
I thought when
years
she
now.
first was exploring it, because I do think there's nuances to, is it cis women to trans women, and I think has to be a very sensitive conversation that doesn't exclude the experience of cis-born women and trans women. And I do think it's sensitive, and I do think similar to the LGBTQ discussion, similar to when white people talk about black issues and all that, and racism, there's a grey area where people will get offended with people's thoughts, but we have to be able to have honest conversations to at the very least, educate ourselves about everyone's experiences. So when she first started exploring it, I thought, fair conversation, bring it up. I did not know she was going to be the spearhead of transphobia for the world. I did not expect. I did not expect that from her.
She's relentless, and
Yeah.
it's getting weird. And I don't understand why people just don't want to just enjoy their money. They should give it to me. I'll spend it for you.
Tell her you became.
Yeah,
you were poor,
I will
and you are
spend
now
it for you,
rich.
hon.
Because what is she? She's a billionaire now.
She's a billion. Harry Potter is doing. You even got a new series coming now.
Just give me like
It's
100K.
actually okay, exactly. All I need is 500K. I promise you.
Just shut
I
up.
want her
innit?
to give me
I'll spend your
100K a
money.
month.
No, I need.
Oh,
She's got bare money.
yeah.
She's
She's
online all the
All-
time.
yeah,
Like,
all she
honestly,
does is tweet.
whatever is sitting in your bank account, just share it out.
that exactly.
You wanna lose it,
You're
just
not
go,
spending
innit?
it.
Chat
You're
to
online
me.
all day.
Honestly,
I'll listen to you.
pay me. I'll talk you through your fucking issues. I beg.
No, but she is insane.
But it is wild about that Girl Scouts thing is crazy. But
I didn't understand.
That just feels malicious.
It feels malicious,
Doesn't it?
That's malicious.
And it's
because
like-
they're kids.
They're
it's-
literal kids, yeah.
and it puts at the head without understanding, because also sometimes these headlines go out and you get down to it and it was like one child is no longer able to be a Girl Scout. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like it's not the bigger picture, because also then that puts out yes, they're trying to turn our babies into this and they're trying to brainwash our kids. Let's get to the truth. Let's not have these damaging headlines that then tarnish a whole community that are minding their own business for the most part.
But I also was like, how many children
Apparently
within
it's 800
800
trans Girl Scouts.
in the UK.
800 trans Girl Scouts.
That's what I was.
What age, please?
I've got no idea.
You know when you're just like, I don't
even
even
believe
I
it.
don't even believe it.
That is a big number, but that's what I saw.
For how many trans people there are, like that's
I didn't even know Girl Scouts was still a thing.
Oh yeah,
No, we knew that Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
But hold on, and what's the
and
age
there's not even that many people in the Girl Scouts. I just don't believe
I don't
it.
believe that number. And what's the age range? Because Girl Scouts is what, from kids to 18 or something on.
Yeah.
So is it 18? Because when you say Girl Scouts,
Yeah.
you immediately think of an 8-year-old girl with a little skirt and
Yeah,
little
that's literally what I
pigtails.
think, yeah.
That's what you see. You do not see the grown
like
Girl
some
Scouts.
teenagers.
And those who are of legal age to have the trans operation. So when you say Girl Scouts, it makes it skews
And
the
when they
connotation.
say trans, though, is that just people that say that they're a they?
Yeah.
Like, there's just so many
There's so
things
much
that I
language
just
and
don't.
nuance. Like, let's
I
not be
don't
ignorant, please.
I don't
There's
trust them.
so much going on in the world. There's so much
Way
things going
more
on.
shit
Oh.
than we need to be thinking about trans stuff at this moment in time. Like,
Yeah.
there is a lot of stuff going on. I actually think we need to leave the trans
Britain,
community
just
Leave
alone.
them alone.
Listen,
Exactly.
you abstained from saying slavery was a national, global atrocity, and you want to talk about trans people.
Yep.
So I don't know if you guys are watching Married at First Sight Australia. Do you watch Married at First Sight?
No, I do not.
I've seen some clips of it.
That show is very unhinged. Like, if you think the UK version is bad, the Australians are mad.
Everyone always says that about reality, that Australians are like
do you know what? Yeah,
different.
I used to think that like Australians were kind of like the elite white people.
Did you?
They were literally...
Yeah, because they're always like moving from here to Australia and they just like pedestalize it so much. And then
No, that's a white...
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Exactly.
I get
Do you know
what
what I mean?
Yeah.
They're all like
they were
really good looking
prisoners.
and they just surf all day. And do you know what I mean? So that was the perception I had in my mind, right? But then if you watch like Real Housewives of Melbourne and Married at First Sight, you're like, actually, no. They're
unhinged. Yeah.
So I've been watching it and it is mental. But I want to narrow it down a little bit more because it's not just Married at First Sight UK. So there's basically this interracial couple on there. So it's this black guy called David. And actually, he's actually come across quite well. I feel like black men on reality TV usually don't come across that well.
Definitely.
He's come across really nice. Like, he's a Nigerian guy. His family moved to Nigeria when he was like, moved to Australia when he was like 9 or something. So he's lived there most of his life. So he's obviously come on there to find a bride. He's a good looking guy as well. But the fetishization, I actually can't take it.
Oh, God.
It actually makes me cringe. So
When he accepts it?
Yeah, so he is the one that perpetuates it.
Oh.
So they were exchanging their vows. And up until that point, I thought he came across so nice in his VT. I was like, I don't even give a shit about interracial dating. I'm so past all of that anyway. So I'm like, whatever. So they're about to take their vows, bearing in mind they're strangers, right? So he's saying his vows and he's like, I can't wait for us to make our caramel latte.
Oh, no!
David! David?
Oh.
Does he have an Australian accent?
Yeah, he does.
David.
Yeah.
No.
And I was just like,
no.
It almost had me. Like, why did you say that?
David.
Why did you say that? It was honestly so cringe. And then the way she talks to him, it was like, I think it was even that same episode, like, just very animalistic type of language. She was literally like, oh my God, it's going to be so wild.
Oh.
And it's like, and the thing is, I'll give her a blight with the wild thing.
No.
Use the word wild, like quite, do you know what I mean? So I gave her a blight until there was like another scene of them and they were having like intimacy week or something. And then she was just like, damn, boy. And I was like,
Iggy Azalea in the cut.
Would not, and she calls him her African prince.
No.
Oh, she was like, who would have thought I was going to find my
Oh, and he smiles.
and he loves it. He refers to himself as the African
Oh. Yeah, he's in it. He is.
Like,
Have you watched it?
I've seen some clips.
So
No.
when she was like,
on.
so he was like cleaning the house naked, doing like
He
naked
was.
butler thing or whatever.
Oh, God.
But all the guys were set different tasks for Fantasy Week, so that's
Okay,
what he did. So he's
okay,
cleaning the
fine.
house, he's naked, and he's just wearing a thing. And then she
A
whips
loincloth.
it, and then she whips his bum, and she's like, "Damn, boy!" But I'm just like, you would not say that to a white man. You just would not.
I know they've done all the role plays. They've done all the role plays.
Slave
play.
They've done it. They've done slave play.
They
They've
have
done it.
1,000,000% done it. And it just gives me the ick and it just makes me cringe. Other than that, they seem like very nice people.
No.
Minus all of these things, but I just cannot unsee the fetishization of it all. And it's giving like, they're not going to end up together. I don't think her family is going to allow it. But it feels very much like, this is an experiment. I don't know if she's been with black guys before. I can't
She's
attest.
probably been dying to be with a black
but I feel like this is an opportunity for her to experiment. That's what it's giving. So yeah, those are my.
Oh my!
I wish you had told me that.
Yeah, sorry.
I more reason for me
I
to say,
didn't want.
I hate reality.
I didn't want to
TV.
suffer alone.
I actually hate that there are so many black men that go through this and they do it to themselves.
Oh, they love it.
But they will get used and abused
and
as a toy by a white woman and be like, yeah, and it's like,
And be the first to
But
diss
they
a black
don't
woman.
think it's a problem. They think that we're doing too much, we're jealous, we're overreacting. They don't see that like I've even heard a black guy say, what is wrong? Did you guys ever used to watch The Grapevine? On
What's that?
YouTube?
No.
Oh my God, it was such a good platform.
Never heard of it.
It was like Backchat before Backchat, but not even Backchat. So basically, it was basically a group of like, it was run by this woman called Ashley Acuna, she's Nigerian, and another guy called Donovan, African American. They were all black Americans.
it sounds super familiar.
And they would just sit around the table and talk about different topics. And they talked
remember.
about
I feel like I
colorism. They
remember.
talked
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Bruno
yeah.
Mars and him being a culture vulture. Like they had so many. It was absolutely brilliant. I was addicted to that show, and then it just suddenly disappeared off YouTube, and it's nowhere to be found ever again. But there was a guy on there who asked the question one time because they were talking about interracial relationships. And he was like, why is having a fetish a bad thing? He was like, surely a fetish is just something that you like. It's just something that you enjoy. So if someone has a fetish for doing like race play or whatever, like, why is that a bad thing? And I was just like, oh yeah, never mind.
Listen, if you got kinks and you need them to be satisfied, that's fine. I just don't need to know. And
yeah, keep it behind closed doors, mate.
because some kinks and some fetishizations affect the community as a whole. It just is.
Yeah.
If you have a kink and you have a fetishization for kids, I bet you wouldn't make that argument.
Yeah.
If someone says I have a fetishization or a kink for kids, you wouldn't say that. And that's
Exactly.
all I've done your dance.
So therefore, you know fetishization is a bad thing.
So you know fetishization is a bad thing.
Yes, yeah.
That's it.
It has damaging consequences.
It
But I
does.
do think a lot of black men don't realise how they're being used
Yes.
and abused, and then they're bitter when they're older and they're being discarded. So
Exactly.
when they're young and you think, oh, all the women love me, and it's like, they don't. They literally are using your vitality.
Yep.
Then you're in your 40s and 50s and looking around and being like, oh, women are the worst thing. And it's like, no, you were just, you were used and abused.
You were used and abused.
And a lot of black men are, because you see these women, they ain't got a black husband. They're out with Tarquin. So,
Yeah.
And it's interesting when they were like, oh yeah, we're the most desired. For what reason?
Exactly.
but your
I would absolutely like to be desired, sure, but not for wrong
Fetishized.
reasons.
I
Not
think they're
because you think
fetishized.
that I'm a strong black woman and I'm going to tell you what to do. I don't want no white man to fetishize me for that.
Yeah,
Because of the
exactly.
stereotypes. That's not a good, that's surface level and that's basic. So if you feel that thinking that a white woman sees you as a mandingo warrior, strong thing, because you just want your big black dick up in her, and that's her fantasy, that is not a compliment.
Yeah, love
That's actually
yourself, man.
disrespectful to everything you are as a king.
it's just, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, wow.
That's
Not
definitely an
caramel.
enemy
yeah,
for me.
that's a big enemy, isn't it?
Oh,
enemy, a
and
huge
Australia as well.
Exactly.
There's-
All the
There's
places.
levels on there.
Like the dumping ground for, oh my God. Anyway.
My black kid? Oh, absolutely not. All right, let's do a quick anti-vention. So this is another anti-vention. Okay, so what do you guys think of this? Someone said, my cousin told me that my ex-friend swiped on him on a dating app. Me and my ex-friend haven't spoken for about 6 years after growing apart and her doing a madness and blocking me. Cool. We don't speak. Then my cousin messaged me and said, guess what? Your friend swiped right on me. He then says he matched her back just to check if she knew he was my cousin. She said yes, but it's all good. She still wants to meet up. She asked me if he lived alone and said after they went out, she's up for going back to his and doing the do. He said, I'm not interested. But she was still like, it's cool. She's in a relationship, but they're going through a rough patch. So she just wants to hook up, nothing serious. He said, no, still not interested. Your brethren or ex-brethren is my cousin. Absolutely not. She then said, cool, don't tell me, the cousin. I'm furious. She's crossed the line. Should I get in touch with her and cuss her out? Also, is it ever okay to swipe right on a friend's family member?
Swipe right is when you're interested.
We're matching, basically, on an app.
On a friend's family member.
If they were standardly friends, that's not a bad thing.
What do you mean?
It's a bit messy to swipe right to match with a family member of your friend if they were actually friends. The fact that they're not friends, that's a problem in itself. The girl is a harlot.
A harlot?
Yes. She's in a relationship and she's like, let's go and do some things. Like,
You're just in a relationship, yeah.
it's unnecessary.
Yeah, and so now, is it the guy wants to go and basically blow her spot up?
No, the friend, the cousin, the girl that used to be friends with the girl who swiped on her cousin.
Oh, yeah.
But basically, the girl's cousin has come to say, yo,
your friend,
your brethren's come to swipe on me.
Okay.
And he's told her, absolutely not. She's like, I don't care. I want your things. And then, by the way, don't tell my girl. Because she knows that they don't speak anymore. So the girl
So
she's
the
like,
cousin is now like, I want to cuss her.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I think, I think for the fact that she's still being so persistent, for that alone, she needs to get her
Cussed
door
out.
locked.
Do you think so? Even though they haven't spoken for years. Because they haven't spoken. They've grown apart. So they're no longer friends. But then you're now seeing the cousin and being like, hey, I want a piece of your time. And she knew the cousin from before when she was friends with the girl.
So she knows,
the cousin.
Knows that's family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she just wants to cuss her out and just,
Is it worth
it's not
reopening
even
it?
really about the cousin.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just I want to get some other issues off my chest.
Yeah, but I think is it okay to swipe right? Because I think, for me, I was thinking, is it okay to swipe right on a family member? I'm not possessive about my family members. If you like my brother, if you like my brother and you want to deal with him, go on. If I know that my brother's a dickhead, I'd be like, you know he's a dickhead, but go for it. I don't take it personally. I think we've had this conversation on the pod before, where people are like, nah, my brother's off limits, you can't, because what about our relationship? And I'm like, I'm not God to be in control of who's supposed to be with
Like
you.
you could fall in love with the person.
The only thing I would say is that if you just want to fuck and you know that you just want to fuck, drop me out.
Yeah, I don't think you can come to me and tell me that you just want to fuck my brother.
No.
That's mental, because have some restraint. Like, all the people, because now I'm thinking you've got the fetishes attached to me. Do you know what I mean? I would just think that's weird. Like, I would like, if someone was like, oh, do you know what? I think your brother's really good looking. Because I've got a young brother, right? He's 32.
Is it? Is it
Yeah.
cool?
No, he's not actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's not.
Okay.
If
Not for me, by the way, guys. Not for me.
I
Not for
wasn't
me.
even opposed to you when I thought it was you. And I was like,
No, you were like, okay,
I
cool.
was like, he's single. I was like,
No, not me. I'm old. I'm talking about people in my family.
if someone came to me and they were like, do you know what, Ord, I really like your brother, I think he's hot, but I don't want to be in a relationship with him because that's just going to complicate things with me and you. But I would just...
No, that's gross. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I would just be like, no, because the only thing that's probably making him appealing to you is something to do with me.
Not necessarily.
Maybe that's
Oh, we think there's a similarity. That means you fancy me. You like.
because I'm just like, of all the guys, if you just want, do you know what I mean?
but do
You
know
could
what?
go to. I get it. It just it's messy.
No, do you know what?
Unnecessary
It's
mess.
not
No, but do you know what it is?
No.
I think because I am very rose-tinted glasses, because I'm like, we're all brethren.
Yeah.
So there's a connective tissue that's like, yeah, I like you, I get on with you. Now, if you had another spare brother that was single of age, and he's single, and he's handsome, and he's got qualities, and I know what your background, I know the family, and we get on.
Yeah, if you're serious,
It just can't,
this is the thing. It's like
Yeah.
do you
a
get it?
natural
If you're serious,
connection.
then-
When my brother is single, he is a catch.
Yeah.
It's not work, but he is a catch for somebody. I wouldn't be opposed to any of my friends if they're serious.
I think it's about the serious
You
intention.
can't come along and just be like, oh, I just, or even I just want to see how it goes. I'd be like, no, you've got to be. He could be my husband.
Yeah.
like serious.
Yeah.
Same. Otherwise, because for me, it's always got to be worth it.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I always think that about couples that are just fight for this love.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, if it's worth it and you go through all of that, like interracial couples back in the day.
Yeah.
For me, I like a very simple life. Do you know what I mean? Because those interracial couples back in the day, you can't bring, your black boyfriend home and you're going.
All that, is it worth it?
I would
two
be the
weeks
first
later.
to be like, nah.
Long.
Yeah, I'd just be like, no, I like a simple. I'm not even gonna do all of that. But the people that really like broke through all of that, good for you. But you can't just be unserious. Like, you have to really like if Harry and Meghan split up now, I'll be like, oh my god, all of this for that. And it
Honestly,
didn't even last.
You better last.
You better last forever just to prove a point at this point. So yeah, if you're serious, then yeah, go forth and prosper.
But then how do you know you're serious until you're, because like, I love your brother.
yeah,
I love your brother. But also, I don't know what's going on, but I love your brother.
I mean, if
need
your
it.
intentions are there, but definitely Harry and Meghan, though, they can't get.
They can't.
They
You
actually
can't. You
can
can't.
never in
On
their lives.
principle, you lot can be
He
beefing behind.
lost titles and stuff.
Exactly.
Like,
You can't break up.
Gave up like this.
You lot make it work.
There's a rom-com in that, not a rom-com,
Yeah.
but like a sad love story. In
You gotta
that.
make it work.
He gave up his royal title for love.
You got to make it
You
work.
better last forever.
can you imagine if she divorced him?
She can never.
It's long for her if she does. To be
Oh,
fair.
yeah.
I mean, it's
No,
long
it
now.
wouldn't- it wouldn't be
but
worth
if
it
she
for either of
divorces
them.
him, it's long.
They're better off staying together and just pretending forever.
Listen, you can have it like Opes and Stedman. You got to do it like that.
Because
Those two they're not together.
They can't be together. I ain't seen Stedman for time.
She rolls with Gail.
yeah,
Is
the
what it
rumors
is.
are true.
This is the question I have to ask before we go. Are they together?
I don't know. Can you be best friends and just be like, because also, can you be like, are we so obsessed with sex and relationships that we can't just trust people are just best friends?
I mean, there's best friends.
No, but because like literally, me and Bina, me and you, me and Farah, if you see me with my girl every single day, Every single
You're
my girl.
still gonna see me with my husband though.
Yeah,
We
That's
don't
the
see
only
her
thing is
with
where
Stedman.
Stedman's
she
gone.
like Gail's the perpetual plus one.
Yeah.
They are bum chums. Like I don't know, who knows.
I really it reeks of
Do you know what it is?
Whitney Houston
Whitney
and Robin.
But do you know what it is? You know what? And it's, I'm sorry to be crude about the aunties. It's just like I can't imagine.
Yeah,
That's all. So that's what makes it difficult. That's what makes it difficult.
Honestly,
If
I'm
they've been
like,
doing that, if the rumors are true, yeah, then the same way that in heterosexual relationships it slows down as you get older, maybe it's
Just hold
slow
hands.
down.
And just
Yeah,
sleep
exactly.
and
Just more
cuddle.
companions.
You just cuddle. I can believe them
That
being.
can never be me, but I'm just saying.
I believe you can be companions, like, you know, like me and my best friends would say, oh, I wish we could all live in a friend's house together.
Yeah.
Like all of us live in the same block and the same house and forever. Now, I think there's a story, I think I've got it on my doc somewhere, that there's a group of 50-year-old women that have just said, fuck it, fuck men, we're just gonna live together. I can understand the commune of older ladies and be like, men got my nerves. Stedman's pissing me off.
Yeah.
I can't find a man. You're my best friend.
Stedman's there.
Is he?
They haven't broken up.
Where is he?
Oprah make it public if they had.
Okay, that's fair.
Do you know what
That's
I mean?
a thing. That's a thing. Maybe Stedman ain't around
She
anymore.
put out an Instagram.
I
statement.
just see them as super best friends. I can't imagine there being any, but I say I can't imagine. I think everyone's absolutely certified.
There's
Oprah and
too
Gail
many
are-
rumors.
Yeah,
I feel like that.
I mean, there were rumors about Diddy for time before it actually was on the paper that you got a little bit of gay in you.
True that.
There were loads of rumors about Diddy from before.
That could be her woman.
True that.
It could be, and it's all good. It's a shame that you can't come out on it if you feel like you can't. What do you feel like you lose by saying that? I don't know. That's a shame.
It's another generation though, so.
But they're here now. Like you're older now. Like Oprah's looking snatched.
I know, she looks great, doesn't she? Well, yeah.
There we go. We covered it all.
We've gone deep in the minds of an older.
Good boy.
All right, guys. Well, Audrey, we love you so much.
Love you, ladies. You know, I'm
Thank
always
you.
gonna come on here.
What will it be? It'll be summer. We'll have you back on again.
Oh yeah, I'll be back.
Anyway,
I'm
we
back.
will definitely come to one of your tour days.
Yeah, man.
Oh, we
Yeah,
got
you
tickets,
guys
right?
should.
We've got our tickets, haven't we? Well, have the tickets gone on sale
No,
yet?
because you changed the date. I think
Yeah,
so. I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know
I swear.
how that switched over.
Yeah, if
Farah
you
sorted it.
bought tickets already, which you shouldn't have, just always come to me for tickets.
No.
But
we've got support.
if you got tickets, then yeah, automatically it will switch over to.
Okay.
Just make sure we're on literally stage side.
Yeah, I'll get.
That's all.
I'll hook you up with good seats.
VIP.
Yeah, we will make noise.
We love you. Thank you so much.
Love
for
you
coming.
guys more.
Farah, get well.
Miss you, Farah.
And I love you. Keep safe and enemy free. Lots of love and hugs from your favorite aunties.
Lovely.